myself in the beginning, so I don't know why I'm like, sorry, but you never know. You never know. It's nice to be polite. I have a straw in here and I cannot reach it without sticking my hand in the drink, which is probably pretty gross, but I'm pretty gross, so I do it, but not on camera. Mm-hmm. So tasty. So tasty. Mm. Ooh, let me pull something up. 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 Oh, I can't see. I can't see my screen. Okay, hello, streaming. Yay. Howdy. Sorry, I had to check one thing, but I'm back. I'm back. What is up? Oh my god, I'm very proud to be your favorite streamer. What is up? Hello. I am painting this little guy from my wish list. I'm painting this dude from my wish list. I am a little confused because he's wearing a lot of clothes, but like I can't really tell what it is. What up? He's a dwarf. But like I can't really tell what his clothes is, so it's gonna be a mystery. And it came in a package that has there's like no like the back doesn't really tell you what it is. Okay, I'll paint you next. I'll paint you like I'll paint you like one of my French girls. Wow, that really, I struggled way too hard to get that. I could not get that at all. Look, if I can get Henry Cavill on here, I will, but you know, I don't know. I think my hair does look extra large today. I don't know why. I got big hairs. I'm trying to find a place to put my drink. You know when you have like no room anywhere? Oh goodness gracious. I'm not goodness gracious. I have no room anywhere to put my beverage. My beverage. I really struggled to get that French girl thing out. I was like, paint you, French women, French paint. Yeah, I was struggling with that. My bev is just coffee. Let me try and clean my screen a little bit. Look at that sad smiley. Oh, you can see a new person in the back behind me today. It's Arthur Morgan. Now you can see Arthur Morgan behind me. I hope everyone's doing great today. We're hoping everyone is doing great every day. Yeah, look at the big difference that makes. Okay. See, I have no idea what this guy is wearing. I started painting his face and I was like, wait, I should stop. But like, I don't know what this dude's wearing. Bagel is sleeping. She's sleeping, but she's fast. If I go to pick her up, she's gone. Peppo is fat on Twitter. Well, no, he's not. I didn't call. Wait, no. Peppo is fat in real life, but if I said it, it was with love. And he might not be fat. I think he's just a very fluffy. He's just a very fluffy. What is up with my words today? I cannot speak. I cannot speak. Justice for Peppo! You guys are so much nicer than me because you guys call him Peppo. I call him Pee-Poo. Kirby! Yeah, I always go, that's my Pee-Poo. That's my Pee-Poo. He pees and he poos. Well, I don't know if he does either of those things, but I know he poops because he will poop if I'm away for too long. He poops out in my in my front door. Like he poops there. I don't know why to me dwarves are redheads. I don't know why if anyone else is the same way, but when I think of them, I think redhead. I don't know. I'm excited about it, but I also played it a lot when I was younger, so it could also just be because it's like nostalgia. You know what I mean? It definitely could be a nostalgia thing for me. So I mean, I don't know if it was like a game I never played, I probably wouldn't be into it. Hello, Iron Overlord. Thank you very much. Right? That's like the story of my life. GTA 6 is the story of my life. No, I think it's just because I grew up playing it a lot. Wow, I say a lot. I need to go to like a speech therapist or something. I need to go to speech therapy and learn how to speak. Learn how to speak. I'm so bad at it. I'm so freaking bad at speaking. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else thinks this, but when I think of dwarves, especially like a barbarian or like a warrior or like anything like that, I always think of little redheads, little gingers. But this is the metal She's probably Puerto Rican. That's my guess. Well, she's actually probably Cuban because it's Florida, but I'm gonna, in my headcanon, she's Puerto Rican. This is a little harder to paint because it's metal, and I'm very worried about chipping it. But I'm trying my best. He's from my Amazon. I am very excited because I love the story more than online. So for me, it's exciting because it's like a whole new, it's a whole new story. I'm just excited for the new story. Why is this so close? I feel like this is always too close. Like the camera is always like up my hand's butthole. Cuba's beautiful. I love that it still looks like 50s. Like I'm sure that's for bad reasons. I know that's not for good reasons, but it's very pretty. Very pretty. Yeah, I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it. I did not know when I put it on the wish list. I did not know it was metal, but I wanted to try a metal one regardless. But it's definitely different experience. Like the paint is just sticks differently, and I have to like a white primer would have been better than this gray primer because it's not really. If I put gray, like it's just gonna take a lot more layers of paint. I think. I'm gonna do this at the same time as I work on something else because I want to make this take a while. Like I don't want to rush it. Did I just get orange all over his face? I did. I literally just did. I completely got orange. You're like, don't touch it, as I immediately start dabbing it with a piece of paper. I immediately start dabbing it. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I have a couple models I'm working on all at once. These might be old. These are from my wish list. Here's another metal one. When I was at the model store recently though, there was quite a few metal ones, and they're nice quality. They're just expensive, but it's just like feels like they're gonna be harder to paint. I can't explain it. They just feel very vintage, which I like, but also it feels vintage in the way that it's going to be significantly harder to paint. Dwarf time. They had last time I went to the store, they had like a bunch of regular like the plastic ones that were dwarfs, and I was like, let me get some of those. But I was like, you know what? I'm facing the challenge head on here. I have to start first with an old school like 80s 90s metal dwarfs. Oh yeah, I don't think the story will be better than Red Dead 2, but that's also because I love cowboys. I love cowboys more than I love like crime. I don't know. I mean, I know it's crime in Red Dead, but I don't know what to call that genre. I like cowboys the best. So like, there's nothing's gonna beat Red Dead for me. Nothing's gonna beat Red Dead. They peaked at Red Dead. Red Dead 2, I think, is the best game Rockstar has made. But I'm sure when they make Red Dead 3, people will say that. There are people who said that Red Dead, was, and then but then again, I thought obviously GTA 5 was the best game they made, and then they made then they made Red Dead, so, I do love old Western movies. Oh, Red Dead is so good. I wish you could get into it. It's not for everybody. Everybody likes different things. I just like the cowboy stuff. Like, maybe it's because I watched a lot of old Westerns with my dad, and it feels, like, especially the opening kind of feels like an old Western movie. So I like that, but my dad couldn't believe it when I was watching it. He was like, or when I was playing it, he was like, this literally looks like a movie. Like, these video games are getting so good now, they just straight up look like movies. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy if you think about where video games were, like, not that long ago. See, to paint the metal models, what I think I'm going to do is put down a really light layer first, and then layer other colors on top of it, because it doesn't seem like the colors really show up at all unless you do that. This is like a very interesting process here. Very interesting process. Yeah, I think that GTA 6 is probably going to be technically one of the best games ever made. I don't know if it's gonna, like, the story might not be great. We don't know what the story, but I really can't see them dropping a game after 10 plus years that isn't very, very good, because Rockstar, everything they make, you can say a lot of things about Rockstar, but everything they make is good. Everything they make is very good. So I'm not really concerned like about quality. I know it's gonna be good quality. I don't think they're gonna drop some bullshit. And I'm glad it got delayed if it means that the game is gonna be better, because look at Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk didn't do that. Cyberpunk should have delayed, and they didn't delay. And look at what a mess that was. I'd rather a studio just be like, hey, we need more time. As much as it sucks, and I genuinely, this sounds dark, but I'm genuinely afraid of dying before the game comes out. Because I've been waiting so long. I think about that all the time. Like, I'm always like, damn, I don't want to die before this game comes out. Oh, maybe I'll give him, like, an ombre beard. Like, a fiery beard. I mean, it has great visuals. I'm sure it'll have great visuals, but I think the actual, like, story, like, not the story, but the actual, like, gameplay and everything, like, I just can't imagine it not being really, really good. I think Red Dead visuals are, like, top tier. I love the cowboy setting. I love the different areas that they made. I think Red Dead is just prettier than Grand Theft Auto. I don't think you could ever have a Grand Theft Auto game be as pretty as Red Dead, because GTA is, like, modern America, and, like, obviously they have to include, like, some grunginess to that. It's not as beautiful as it was, like, just all open land like Red Dead was. I mean, San Andreas is very nostalgic for me, and it's very funny because I used to show it to my brother's hospice nurse. I used to force her to sit down and watch it with me, which is just so funny, because she had, like, a very serious job, and I was like, sit down and watch me play. I'm CJ. I'm CJ, lady. Hold on, let me wipe some of this paint off. Let me wipe some paint off. Yeah, wait, did I accidentally say GTA 7? Oh, GTA 7? I don't know, I'm gonna be really old. I never said that. I never said that to any nurse. I did not say that. I did not. I mean, that's insane. The details in Red Dead were insane. Or the constant freaking pooping. That was very funny. How your horse was always pooping. It would be like a very serious cutscene. I like when games didn't have that in cutscenes, where you can see your like stuff going on in the background. That's not cutscene, but, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when there's, like, a scene where it zooms in, kind of, and they're talking, but you can see other stuff going on in the background, and your horse would be just shitting. I don't want to say cutscene, because they weren't cutscenes. It was something else. It's something else. Maybe I sound like a crazy person, but I know what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say. All you had to do was follow the damn train. That mission really was the worst mission ever. I still remember struggling so hard. Granted, I was 12 years old. Yeah, like that. Like a dynamic camera where it's like you're kind of going into a mission, but you're kind of not, and it's like you can still see things moving around you, or like it's very hard to explain. But Red Dead does it a lot. They have like the dynamic, a lot of dynamic stuff in that game. It's very cool what they did. And then I liked how Red Dead would, like, you'd be riding your horse and you're chilling, and then it would zoom out into that big cinematic mode, and you just see how beautiful the world was. That was always nice. That was always nice. I'm very excited. The only thing is, they went so hard with the realism in Red Dead, like open drawers, and you have to do so much stuff, that I wonder if they kept that, or if it got pulled, because some people were really annoyed by it. I like it. Oh, thank you, Hayden. The airplane, oh my god, you just reminded me, that one, I think that one was definitely worse. That one was worse, and that one actually may have made me cry. That one may have made me cry. And like I said, I had to show it to my brother's hospice nurse, so my brother was very sick at the time, and I was, like, asking him to play those missions that I couldn't do for me. I was like, brother, I don't care if you're on your deathbed, you literally have to do this for me. You literally have to do this for me before you go. Before you peace out, I need you to do one final thing on Earth. The RC mission. The RC mission. Him ordering the food was very funny. The comedy in Rockstar games is always really good. I also love, there's this funny part about Red Dead where Arthur, hello friend, Arthur never gets to smoke like a cigarette. Like, every single time he like, you can make him smoke a cigarette, obviously, but there's no cutscene where he gets to fully smoke his cigarette. Like, he always starts, and then he always has to, like, throw it at the ground, because he's always doing something else, which is really funny, because it's, it reminds me of, The Sopranos, how whenever Tony got comfortable and was, like, eating a bowl of ice cream or something, someone came and bothered him. Like, something's always happening. Poor Arthur. He can never, ever just smoke a cigarette. He can never just relax, man. He can never just relax. He can never relax. Fat CJ. Fat CJ. It's crazy to me that they had that weight system in that game, and then they were like, never again. No more. No more. I mean, I don't smoke, but back then they did not know smoking was gross. In the 1800s, they didn't know smoking was bad for you. They used to say smoking was good for you. They used to say that. Watch, Twitch is going to ban me for saying that, because they think that I'm saying that. Twitch is going to be like, no, it's not. As if I'm the one, as if I'm, like, encouraging it. Mm. Sensitive white boys and crazy Latinas are a match made in hell, perhaps. Perhaps. I got a new shade of gray, a silver, and I was like, before I started painting these, I was like, why would there be like 10 shades of silver? That's so silly. And now I'm like, I get it. There's so many shades of silver, which is funny because I'm a painter. But with these figures, you just want like a million shades of every color because just can't have one. Just can't have one. So I got like a very dark silver, which I'm excited about. Thank you. I would be a happy female dwarf. I like dwarfs. I think dwarves are kind of rocking. I like them. I like them. I like halflings a lot. I think halflings are cute because they're kind of just small. They're just like I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know the technical difference between halflings and dwarves. I guess halflings have more like a they have more like a like regular proportions and they're less bulky. I don't know. I couldn't. I don't want to bulge into like offensive territory. Is this look like this looks like wood in the back? Is it possible for a shield to be like steel in the front and wood in the back? Because it looks like a steel sword, but then the back is like wood grain. Okay, that makes sense. Because I only have my only intro to halflings is a halfling figure, but it's like it just looks like a regular small person. It just looks like a regular little guy. Like a regular little dude. I don't know how, because this sword is like wood grain. You can kind of see it. It's like wood grain back, but not wood grain front. So I really don't know which it is. Also, I have no idea what he has on here. I think it's like a plate metal. His outfit is really confusing. I'm sure gay Twitter is doing that. I'm shocked straight Twitter isn't thirsting over the thick Latina, but then again, I'm on the part of Twitter that's like, Sydney is mid. Like, not that I choose to be there, but that's unfortunately the part I see. So they're definitely not going to do that. They're like, any woman who weighs over 10 pounds is too much for me. I hate that side of, Twitter. It's a little ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous. Hobbits are more like normal like they look more normal in appearance and height. I don't know. There's so many small little races. I used to think elves were short, but then I learned elves are actually quite what's that word? When they're like long and skinny. Yeah, they're like she's 19 years old. She's past the wall and she weighs 108 pounds. She's cooked, boys. She's cooked. Oh, good gracious. I don't think anyone actually thinks that way. It's just crazy to me when I see stuff like that because I'm like, I don't think you guys know what you're talking about. I don't think you know what you're talking about. Look, I think the perfect age for a woman is 30, and the perfect weight for a woman is whatever I weigh. I don't want to know what I weigh, honestly. But I think that you should not be so hard on yourself. We should all be nice to each other. We should all be nice to each other. Only thing that matters is that you're healthy, and that's it. But age is something you can't control, so that to me is silly. Like, obviously, a young guy is not going to want to be with a 19-year-old, but when you're a 30-year-old man, why don't you want to be with a 30-year-old woman? And also, why does a 30-year-old man assume that like 20-year-olds want to be with him? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's all very silly to me. It's all very silly. Like, I know a guy who's like in his late 40s now, and he's like waiting for his 20-year-old girlfriend to come along, and I'm like, dude, it's not happening. Like, there's nothing wrong with being with a woman of your own age. Just be with a woman of your age. Exactly. You just get with who you vibe with. That's what I think. Too many people are worried about really silly things. If you're spending your whole life waiting for someone who's fits all these categories, you're never gonna find anybody, man. And honestly, you're looking up the wrong things. All that time you spend thinking about that kind of stuff, you could be like enjoying your life and then just waiting, and then not just waiting, enjoying your life. You're just being bitter on Twitter is not a good way to live your life. It's not a very good way to live your life. You could be out there living, out there doing your thing. That's the most important part. I think that bitching about relationships on Twitter is the yeah, exactly. Sometimes the person you think is the person that's meant for you is not the person. You know, sometimes you build up this idea in your head, or like you'll be like, I want this person who looks exactly like this, and they like this, and they have this type of personality, and you meet someone who's nothing like that at all, and you're like, holy shit, this is the best person ever. So, you know, life is always interesting like that. Life surprises you. You can't have too rigid expectations for anything. Like that goes for anything in life. Just having really rigid like expectations will keep you from a lot of cool things because you won't look in other places for that. Like you won't be open to it. You have to be open to everything. You gotta be open to everything, man. Even if it's even if it's not a 19-year-old supermodel or fucking Vin Diesel, you know? You know? Yeah, Nord boyfriend, Khajiit girlfriend. Exactly. 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 The coolest couples I know are ones where I'm like, why are those people together? Like, and I say that with love. They're just so different from each other. But, like, it works out beautifully. The coolest couples I know are, like, insanely different. I think that happens a lot. Opposites do attract. I used to think that was a lot of bullshit, but I do think it's true. I do think it's true. The only thing that confuses me is when one couple is like into the gym thing and the like one member is super into the gym thing and the other one isn't, because it's like I feel like that's like a huge part of your life, and going to the gym alone would probably get old. Like that to me is a hobby that you'd want to share. Khajiit pussy got me acting strange. That's how I felt when I saw Seth Rogen in COD. Seth Rogen in COD got me acting strange. You know what? You know what? Good for them. I'm happy for them. That's hell yeah. Hell yeah. We'll get a hell yeah for the Fet Life couple. I'm just happy for anyone who finds happiness. That's it. That's all it is. I'm happy. I hope that everyone finds happiness, and that's what I want for all of us. And we're all gonna make it, fam. The Gator Gang. If there's one thing about us, it's that we're gonna make it. It's that we're gonna make it. I have no idea how to paint this little guy. I have no idea how I'm supposed to paint this little man. This little dude. I love happy people. I'm trying to get a motherfucking scholarship. I say that all the time, and no one knows what that's from. The Danny McBride. I think it's Danny McBride who says it. That line. I say that literally all the time. All the time. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? When he whips out the little baby prostitute gun. FetLife is like fetish website, like a fetish website that online. It's well, you know, it's for adult things. It's for adult things. Oh my god! Speaking of adult stuff, one of my teenage cousins was liking very inappropriate reels about sex on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I wish that Instagram would not show you what other people are liking. Like, I don't want to see my tweets or my cousin liking stuff like that. I don't want to see that, man. I don't want to see my little cousin liking tweets or posts like that. I don't want to know. Yeah, it was literally like, I don't want to know. It was like about giving slop, and I was like, nope, not in my brain. Not in my brain. I don't want to know that that's a that's something that's happening, because that's my baby cousin. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that. I wish that they just hid that feature. I don't want to see what people are liking. I don't want to see what people are liking, man. That's not my business. What people like on Instagram, that's on them. Remember when they used to show that stuff and how many relationships it used to just destroy? Because it was be like guys just liking a bunch of bikini pictures and their girlfriends could see it. Which listen, like, what I don't understand is this. Why do you need to like stuff? As guys, you can answer this. Why can't you just look at it, appreciate that the girl is attractive or whatever, and then scroll on? Why like it? That's what I don't understand. Or why follow? Why not just, you know the page, just go back to it? I don't get that. I don't get that. I think it's cool that elves are, like, spindly and, like, kind of evil and stinky. They're just, I love elves. I love the elves in The Witcher because they're just such nasty little bitches. Is that really the reason, to make the girl feel good about getting likes? Because that sounds more, like, sad than anything, like, for the girl. That sounds more sad than, like, is that, or, because I never understood that. I'm like, if you know your girlfriend's gonna see that and be upset, why like it? Why not just, sorry, this is, like, getting super messy. Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. I think people should be secretive about what they like. If they like, if you're liking bikini pictures and you got a girlfriend, you don't have to like the picture. You could just look at the picture and enjoy the picture and not like it. You know, you don't have to, you don't have to press like. That's just gonna make her feel bad. Why do that? I never understood the point of that. Because I know a guy who like follows like 100 bikini models. I know a lot of guys who like follow like 100 bikini models. Some of my friends' boyfriends and stuff. And I'm like, you don't have to follow them. You could just not do that. You could just not do that. Ooh, that's very weird. That is extremely weird. It's weirder when a girl does it, because I just assume more guys do it than girls, which is probably bad, but you know. And that's something about it. A girl doing it is very strange. Like, that feels like it's done on purpose. That feels like it's done on purpose. I mean, I was thirst trapping. I understand it, but to me, it's like when you're in a relationship, you should be more secretive. Which, that sounds extremely evil, but if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. Just to, because you're not really doing anything wrong, in my opinion, unless it's something you've discussed with that person. But at the same time, this is like spreading everywhere. I do not know how to paint these metals. This is like complete. It's spreading. It's spreading. Yeah, I guess it's to be nice, but I just feel like it's being nice to a stranger to hurt your own girlfriend is crazy. To being nice to a stranger to hurt your girlfriend. That's insane. That's insane. I mean, I'm glad that people can't see what we like, although I miss going through other people's likes, if that makes any sense. I never liked anything super crazy, so it wasn't a huge problem for me. But like, I would, I miss going through people's likes. I would give up the anonymity if I could go through likes again. But I just never understood having a girlfriend and liking stuff like that when you could simply just look at it and then keep scrolling. There's no reason to like it. That's what I never get, especially if you know it's gonna hurt someone's feelings, because even the most confident person, if they see you liking pictures of other people, girl or guy, it's gonna make them feel bad. Yeah, they probably don't realize that it's gonna hurt their girlfriend, or if they feel like, oh, I'm just being nice to this girl that is hot. I'm not doing it for, like, I know I'm not gonna talk to her, but at the same time, it's not nice. It's not nice, because I have friends who have boyfriends who do that, and like, they're very insecure because of it. It makes them feel very insecure. Because these guys, like, my friends are like normal average girls, and they're liking these super hot bikini models photos all the time. That's gonna make you feel like poopy. That's gonna make you feel like poop. I don't think most people do anything with the intent of hurting anyone, though. Liking and commenting are very different. Yeah, liking and commenting are not the same. Commenting is insane. Commenting is insane. But I mean, liking just seems unnecessary. At least make an alt account. At least make an alt account. Oh, Jesus. That is very weird, Iron Overlord. I'm very confused by that. Oh, Jesus. I'm confused by that. I am confusion. I'm confusion. I think that a lot of people just are like, they just don't realize the things they do online that could hurt other people, I guess. They just don't realize. Sounds like a very tumultuous relationship. Sounds tumultuous. Look, don't like, or comment. That's my opinion. Look, if you're a person, especially, I'm gonna just say, especially a man, you're gonna look. That's just normal. I would never go to a beach with a guy and not expect him to look at a hot babe in a bikini. Because I'm also gonna look at the hot babe in a bikini. It's like, but staring is the equivalent of liking, and I feel like, and that's like, or like talking to her, like, that's like too much, Then you've gone too far, buddy. You gotta learn to control your eyes. You've got to learn to control your eyes. I mean, following is fine. I think that, well, don't follow from a private account, I think, is the best way to go. I'm not saying that, like, cheat and be super secretive, but I think there's ways you could do things that, like, won't hurt someone's feelings. Or just, like, enjoy what you see and move on, and that's okay. But I also think it's a little ridiculous when people are like, my boyfriend's not even allowed to look at another girl, because it's like, guys are gonna look. Guys are lookers. That's never gonna stop. Like, my mom and dad have been together for so long now, and when they go out, he's looking. He's looking, but he's not doing much. He's not standing there like when he sees a girl, I feel like that's where it gets kind of too much. That's where it's like, all right, relax. Relax. You've seen girls before. Relax, buddy. Yeah, I think that looking at that kind of stuff is not cheating. I know everyone's got their own opinion, but to me that is not cheating. I think cheating is much more obvious than that. I know there's people who consider porn cheating. I do not consider porn cheating. I understand people have like trauma about that and stuff, but I personally do not. That's me, Pee Wee. That's me. I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm the quirked up white girl with the sauce. That's it, tachos. That's what you should do. No, I think that everybody's got eyes for multiple people. You got to be kind of smart for not eyes for multiple people, but you can see. It'd be very dumb for a guy to be like, "Oh, I didn't see that Pamela Anderson lookalike on the beach. That I didn't see her at all." Like, come on, buddy. Let's not be obtuse. I think I'm white. Well, I'm half white. I think I'm white. I'm half white. Oh, did anyone want to see my? It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare. Yeah, there you go. Happy medium. Happy medium. Look, if you're going to the beach, gentlemen, the tip is to wear big sunglasses, and then she won't catch you looking. Then she won't catch you looking, and then you're fine. You can just stare all you want. You can stare at the bikini babes all the time. You can stare like crazy through your sunglasses, and then you totally won't look creepy at all. You totally won't look creepy at all. That's the tip. That's the tip, boys. No, I think it is a little crazy. Some people take it too far. Some people think everything is cheating. Bitches tolerate when you wear Speedos. I think wearing Speedos is a something guys find very funny and that women have to tolerate. Women have to tolerate such activity. Women got to tolerate it. I've never been to a nude beach. I'm sure you're kidding, but I am kind of curious what they're like. I'm a little curious what a nude beach is like. I can't lie. This is going to start chipping. I can already sense it. It's going to Chipsville, USA. Oh yeah, if you don't have a girlfriend, then you can be a real weirdo. You can go to the beach and be as weird as you want. You can go up to a hot girl in a bikini and be like, all you want. Just stare. Just go crazy freak mode. But be wary that the girl you're staring at may get a little frightened. She might say, get the hell away from me, you freak. I like beaches. I like the beach. I don't really I feel a little uncomfortable in bikini on the beach, only not for insecurity reasons, but because when I was a kid, when I was like 12 years old, I got into a kind of a accident on the beach. Nothing major, but I kind of got I almost drowned, but my bathing suit fell off when I was in the ocean, and when they finally got me out of the ocean, I had no bathing suit, and a million people were around me, so it was very embarrassing. So I don't know if I like that. Also, that happened to me once at a water park where my bathing suit fell off. Seems like I have a lot of bad luck with that. Unfortunately, I have bad luck with that, you know? So I like to avoid that. The scary thing about it is if you have almost drowned it, I'm sure many of you have, like it happens to a lot of people, but it's like so crazy. What up? It's like so crazy because you're like, I'm gonna drown and I'm gonna die right here, and then it's like no one else really knows what's going on, so they're all just like having a good time, and you hear people like having a good time, and you're like, holy shit, I'm gonna die. It's very weird. It's weird, but then they pull you out and you're like, I'm alive, bitch, I'm alive. I think that's a little weird. To me, I think that you should be able to talk about how people are hot openly with each other. Like, I would not be uncomfortable with a guy telling me that he finds other women hot as long as I could tell him that I find other men hot. I mean, that to me is like a healthy thing, because that's human beings are going to find other people attractive. You're going to find people attractive. That's normal. That is normal. I would be fine, with a guy telling me, oh, this girl's hot. As I would maybe be a little uncomfortable if it's a girl that he knows in person. But it's celebrities and stuff, that's different. Exactly. It's normal. People have hormones. You're going to find other people attractive, but attraction is only attraction. It's not much more than that. So it's, you can be very attracted to people and not want to be with them for whatever reason. That's a lot of that. That's the case a lot of times. A lot of times you find people very attractive, but you're like, I would never want to be with that person in a million years because they this and that. If you said my best friend was hot, that would make me uncomfortable because I would say that's too close. I would be fine with him saying that like other girls walking down the street were hot or like that. But I think that my best friend that would make me uncomfortable. That would make me uncomfortable. Also, my best friend is very beautiful, so I would be like, damn, she is, but I don't want to hear about it from you. Damn, that makes me uncomfortable. Damn, Daniel. But strangers walking down the street, I feel like it's within limits. I feel like it's like common sense. Like I would never tell a guy like, hey, your friend is super hot. That would be weird. My best friend is not single. She's engaged. She is engaged. She's engaged to be wed. I'm gonna be in a wedding. Oh my god, thank you so much for the follow, Blue Lobster. Ooh, how rare. A blue lobster, how rare. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think it's also different if you, like, have a full-on crush on someone. Like, I know that people in relationships can form crushes and stuff like that. I think if that's how you feel about someone, you should not say that. Like, that's something you keep inside and deal with inside. You don't share that kind of thing. I'm talking about, like, if you just see, like, hot celebrity or, like, you're like, oh my god, that girl was hot. Like, that's totally different. That's totally different. I mean, if he didn't realize it was her, then I can't really blame him, if he didn't realize it was her. But I would probably that's a very specific scenario. So I'm not, I don't know, but I think that like common sense rules apply. Like I would never tell a guy his best friend was hot if I liked him. I think that would be very rude. I think that would be rude. It just makes people insecure. It makes them feel like you might leave them for their friend or their whatever. I would not do that to someone. I would not do that to someone. It is crazy to me how many times on Twitter I see like fully married guys and like guys seriously in relationships talk about their e-girl crushes, and I'm like, why do you have an e-girl crush? You are married. Like, you're married. It's one thing to find an e-girl hot, but like you are fully married man, sir. You don't have an e-girl, you should not have an e-girl crush. You should not have an e-girl crush. Yeah, that's scary. That's the thing is like if you know the person in person, definitely I would not share that with someone I was in a relationship with, because that's just like too risky, and that person has to worry about it then. Even if you have no intentions of acting on it, that person's never going to be like feel secure in the relationship because they always know that you have a crush on someone else that they know. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind if someone says, "Oh, that person's hot." That doesn't bother me at all. Like that wouldn't bother me. I have eyes. I can see who's hot. But just within reason. I don't want to hear about someone's crush though. Exactly. Just tell the people you love, boyfriend or girlfriend, that they're very special and that you wouldn't trade them for the world, and that's all that matters. You wouldn't trade them for the freaking world. You wouldn't trade them for your e-girl crush like those guys on Twitter say. You're very kind, Owen Overlord. You're too kind. I don't know what my mom pays you, but she pays you well. She pays you well. She pays you well. I cannot get this paint to like stay where I don't know if it's because the metal or my primer or what, but I can't get it to like stay where I want it to stay. It's very frustrating. Stay where I want it to stay. Yeah. I wish I understood why people did a lot of things to do. Well, I mean, I think as people get older, that's why people have so many bad relationship stories from their youth, because you're just young. I mean, it's easy to like say like, oh, my relationships all sucked because it's like, yeah, you were 20 years old, like you were just very very young. You still had to grow a lot. You have to like become a person. You can't be mad at someone for acting stupid when they were like 19 years old. Like, yeah, everyone acts kind of stupid when they're 19 years old. Once you're in your 30s or late 20s, then you are a lot more mature, and things are easier. But everyone acts kind of dumb when they're young. That's life. That's kind of just life. Oh, if I was in a relationship with someone and they were buying custom stuff online, I would not like that. That's personally crossing the line for me. And I have no issue with porn, but something about like communicating with one specific person and like flirting with them and telling them what you want, that for me is too much. That for me is crossing a line. I don't know. I guess it's all just a matter of opinion. For some people that's like totally fine, but for me that's crossing a line. That's kind of a lot. Because you actually have to like message them, and like it's not the same as just clicking a website and doing your thing. You like you're paying for it. It feels cheaty. That feels cheaty. Like you're giving money that could be used in the relationship or like for literally anything else to some random person to take nudies. That feels cheaty. That's cheaty to me. To me. I guess there's couples who are more open than I would be to that stuff, but and I'm pretty like open with things, but that's too open. That's too open for me. That's too open. I feel like that's because it's just like the thing about that is just the intimacy of like flirting and chatting and like being like, oh, can I get a picture of your boobs like this, and the girl flirts with you, and it's like not the same as just going to a website and just getting an anonymous person. I don't I don't consider it the same as porn. It's something else. Something else. Something else. And I'm not against it. Yeah, I think phone sex is cheating. Phone sex is probably cheating. I mean, probably. That would be my guess. That would be my guess. I would consider that cheating. I consider anything that's not just regular old run of the mill Pornhub.com cheating. Yeah, I mean, you gotta look for someone who's like equally, not equally yoked, but of the same kind of concept, just equally where you are. But I mean, early relationships, no matter what, no matter how mature the people are gonna make mistakes. Like the experience is something that you have to build up, and then no one's perfect. There's mistakes in every relationship. The maturity is just how you handle those things. How you're going to handle it. Also, you need to find people with similar values. Someone who likes to go out and party and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But that site is also banned in my state. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're not into that stuff, then why would you want to be with someone like that? And I don't like talking. Like, I don't think it's right to like look down on people who like to party and stuff like that, because it's their life. They should do what they want to do. But like, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think there's actually benefits to going out and enjoying your youth and stuff like that. But like, if someone has no interest in that, they shouldn't be together. And I think it's silly that people waste their time talking shit about people that have different interests than them, rather than just seeking the people who have the same interest in them. Like, why spend time being like, I hate party girls? Just look for a girl who's not a party girl. Just look for a girl who's not a party girl. Partying is fun when you're younger. When you're older, it's not really that fun. You kind of makes you feel like a loser. But I just think it's silly to be like, waste your time like making internet think pieces about how party girls are shitty people versus just like finding a girl who's a nice girl. And also look for the place. If you can't find a nice girl, you're probably not looking in the right places for a nice girl. You're not going to find that. You're not going to find a girl who hates the internet on the internet. And a lot of guys, it seems like, are looking for that. They're like, I want a girl who's like a super trad, like super conservative, super this, and it's like, well, you're not going to find her on the internet, my dude. That's not where she's going to be. She's not going to be there. This little guy is going to be the death of me. This little guy is going to be the death of me. Yeah, go to church or go a place like that. I mean, you have to be realistic. That girl's not just sitting there waiting for you. She's doing whatever those types of girls do. And that's not Twitter. And that is not Twitter. For sure, that is not Twitter. For sure, she is doing something different to Twitter. But too many people just like to bitch about people liking things different than they like. It's like so many people just like to bitch about it. And it's like, people are different, man. I made a tweet once that was like, why are you so esoteric? Go out and party. And people got so mad at me. And I was like, there's literally nothing wrong with that when you're young, like going out and having fun partying. There's literally nothing wrong with that. People were getting so mad at me. They were being so mean to me. It was crazy. It was insane. I was like, what the hell am I getting in trouble for? Why am I getting in trouble? Why? They were being so mean. There was that, I can't even say the name of the account because I don't want to. It's just not a nice name. But there's like a huge account tweeted me making fun of me. All because I said younger people should go and have fun. There you go. Pubs. We need pubs. Yeah, they're like, I need a virgin who's also gonna bear me 15,000 children and be a sex freak. And it's like, you're very porn brained. Because the women you're imagining, they don't really exist, man. They don't exist. And also, you're 45 years old and you think you're gonna get like a beautiful teen virgin. Like, what? Like, what? What? It's like very porn brained. It's very, I don't want to just say delusional. It's like this fake concept of what things that people are going to get that they're just simply not going to get. We've got to be realistic now. We've got to be realistic. I'm trying to give him like a nice ombre. I'm trying to give this boy a nice ombre. Oh, it's raining. I love freaking rain. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I've always wanted to go to a pub and just hang out at a pub. I've always wanted to hang out at like a tabletop game place, and like I've gone to a couple now and they're so cool, and I just can't wait till I can go play games at them, like till I know the rules and stuff like that, or like get into a D&D campaign. Yeah, people on Twitter are very mean. I was like, people should go party at the club, and they were like, well, apparently there's only ugly women at the club. I was like, god damn, all I said was go party at the club. I think partying is fine, and I think it's a good thing to get out of the way if that's what you want to do. My point of the post was just like, you don't have to be so serious all the time. You don't have to be so freaking serious all the time. Sometimes you can just have fun. I think drugs are yucky because they can ruin your life. I think sleeping around is, personal preference. Some people like it, some people don't. I think as long as you're safe and you are mentally able to handle it, that's fine. I don't like drugs because I just think drugs can really ruin your life. So as long as you're safe about it, do what you're gonna do. But anything that can really fuck up your life and that you can lose control of as fast as like with hard drugs, I just think it's not smart. That's not smart. But I don't think there's so much people online are like act like it's a crime to be young and have fun. Drugs are bad, okay? They are bad because they spiral so quickly. Oh my god, I'm so jealous. That sounds awesome. That like bar pub that hosts D&D. That sounds awesome. How do they get new players into it? Because I would like to join. Not yours in particular, but like I would like to join at places, and it doesn't seem like they're ever taking new players. Doesn't seem like they're ever taking new players. But yeah, no. The only reason I'm like that about drugs is just because they can spiral. Like, I know people who they're having fun, and then suddenly it's not fun anymore, and then suddenly they're like a drug addict. So don't be silly. Don't be stupid. If you know something could turn out bad, why do it? I don't know. That's silly. But the sex thing is preference. I mean, some people just like casual sex. I personally don't find it that alluring, but some people like it. Some people like it, I guess. I think I know a lot of people who've done it who regretted it, but makes them who they are, I guess. They feel like they learned a lot. Yeah, way too many people's lives get ruined, and it's like at this point, there's a lot of drugs that like they spin out of control so quickly that yes, it's fun for a little bit of time, and then it's not fun. And then it's not fun. Yes, have sex with people you love. That's goated. That's top tier. But it's like if something can spin out really really fast, then why do it? Like it's not worth it. Also, you can have so much fun not being high. Not to be like Mr. Rogers or anything about this, but like you can have an extremely good amount of fun just like with your friends. You don't need to be high. You really don't need to be high. Sex is overrated unless it's sex with someone you love. Then it's different. But that's as it's intended. Yeah, drugs are just not cool. Not cool. As I get older, I'm realizing that more. I never did drugs or anything like that, but I just realize now how stupid it is. And I wouldn't want to do that to my parents. You have to do what you do. You've got to do what you want to do. Like, you have to do your thing, punk master. Like, I know some guys who are total fuckboys, and they loved it, and they had the time of their life, and that was what they were all about. And, like, that's totally fine as long as they didn't hurt anybody. Which I'm sure they inadvertently hurt people, but that's life. But, like, if that's not who you are, you don't want to force yourself to do it. Just because you have the opportunity to do something doesn't mean you should do it. yeah, I think that people, if you really like your friends, you're gonna have a lot of fun being sober with your friends. If you like your friends, you'll enjoy being sober with them. You know, you'll still have a good time being sober. I think I'm gonna make his gloves gold. I think they'll make them gold. Maybe I'll make them bronze. No, I think I'm gonna make them gold. Um, I think that it's if I was terminal, I would probably just do whatever I wanted. If I was terminal and there was nothing I could do, yeah, this dwarf has fire powers. Hell yeah, because he's got his ombre hair. We're gonna say he has fire powers. Heck yeah. I don't know if the person who got him off my wish list is here, but I hope they are. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna post them on Twitter after though. I will post them on Twitter. It's Ooh, I hope this looks okay. The gold and silver. I think gold and silver can look good together. It can look good together. I'm gonna post. If anyone wants me to get anything and post it on stream or do it on stream, I'll put it. I'll put it in the chat. Not just do it on stream, but draw it on stream. Not draw it. Kind of paint it on stream. That's the word I was looking for. But I will post that link. But it's very fun. It's very fun because it's like a surprise. I did not know I was gonna paint this. Yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you like. You gotta do what you like. Like I said, I have friends who are fuckboys and they did a million girls and they loved it, and that was them. And everybody's different. Everybody's different. You can't. You gotta live the life that you want to live. You're not gonna regret anything if you just live the way you want to live. That's a silly way of being. Like some people are like, oh, do this or you'll regret it, or sleep around or you'll regret it, or don't sleep around or you'll regret it. If you live the life you want to live, you won't regret it. Just live the life you want and you'll be happy. Just live the life you want and you will be happy. Or at least try to. And be a nice person. The only thing you'll never regret is just being a nice person. Being a nice person. I mean, if that's the kind of girl you want, then you gotta look a very specific place for that type of girl. I don't know where those girls are, but they're out there and you'll find them. You will find her. You're only a young buck. You're only a young buck. She's out there. That's a lot of girls love that kind of stuff. A lot of girls are very into that. You're only a young lad. If I was 20 years old, oh my goodness gracious, I'd be so if I woke up 20, I'd be the happiest person. I mean, I'm happy today, but I would be so happy if I just woke up like 20 years old. That'd be sick. That would be sick. Sorry, checking the mic. Yeah. That would be so sick. Just get like an extra 10 years. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Oh yeah. I don't even know what I would do with it though. I don't know. I probably would end up doing a lot of the same shit. I would probably do a lot of the same stuff. These are just so hard to get fine detail on. I'm trying though. I was stupid when I was 20, but who isn't stupid when they're 20? No offense, Hugmaster, but I'm sure you'll regret some of the stuff you did when you were 20 as you get older. That's part of life. No one's not a little dumb when they're young. For good reasons, usually. For good reasons. I mean, I didn't do anything to hurt anybody. I would see, I would keep the decisions, I would do my smarter life decisions. I would lock in more at school and art. I would really lock in. So, like, that kind of stuff I would do totally different. But, like, my life decisions, like, I wouldn't have changed my personality and did a bunch of different things. I would have been more outgoing. I think being more outgoing is a lot of people, like, on their deathbeds always say they wish they were more outgoing. Because a lot of people who say they're introverted actually aren't really introverted. They're just scared. And I don't mean that in a mean way. Of course, there's real introverted people. But there's a lot of people who want to be super social, but they're just too scared because their self-esteem is low. So I think that's, like, a pretty common regret is that people were more, people wish they were more outgoing and just talked to more people and were less afraid of talking to people. Be less afraid. That's definitely something I would try to do more if I could go back in time. I mean, you can only live one life, so you can't worry about all the things you're missing. You can only live the one life you're living, because if you lived a different life, you'd be missing the experiences you have now. So, you try not to worry about it too much. Yeah, I think a lot of people who say they're introverted just are shy, which is totally, that's not a bad thing at all. That's not a bad thing, but I definitely wish that I was more social and less afraid of talking to strangers and stuff like that. Because what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Usually nothing too bad. Usually nothing too bad. Oops, I keep messing up. This is not my, these metal ones are hard. I have a couple of these on the wish list, and now I'm scared. Now I'm scared because they are tough. They are tough little cookies. They are tough little cookies. But I think I can get some detail. I don't want... Oh, that's too bright. That's too bright. Yeah, you can't worry about things that happen. And also, like I said, you can only live one life. You can only do your best, and that's it. You can't, we can't live 10 times. So you have to just pick the things that are important to you. But what I highly suggest as a much older person is make good life decisions. Get good grades. Do what you're supposed to do in school. Don't be silly. Don't think that life is super easy later, because it's really hard. You know, those kind of things are very important. Save your money. Don't be dumb with your money. I know all about that. Get good grades and try to get a job. And that's my advice. But other than that, just live the life you want. My advice is get a job and work hard. Invest early. Yeah, I get that. I mean, it's I don't know. It's complicated because I always want to hang out with people, but then I'm like, what if I bother them by messaging them? And I know that's not going to be the case, but I do worry about it. I don't want to bother anybody. I don't want to bother anyone. I want it to kind of look like there's like yellow like highlights on him, but there's such a weird model that it's like not sticking right. Can't explain it. It's not sticking right. I think if you only worry about right now when you're 20, just worry about getting yourself set up a little bit so that you don't have to worry when you're later, because it really sucks to be in your like late 20s, early 30s being like, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life, which I kind of went through that, or I'm even going through that. So like that's kind of scary. And I'm not like miserable about it or anything, but it is very scary. It is very scary. I know when I have to like double message someone, I'm like, great, I seem so desperate. I seem so freaking desperate. I seem so desperate, and it's very embarrassing. So that's the hard part about trying to talk to people. Sometimes you can't tell if they're just bad at messaging or if they're not interested in being your friend. It's hard to tell sometimes. It's hard to tell. It is hard to tell. I definitely would have busted my freaking tuchus if I could go back in time. I would have worked like my ass off. I had so much energy in my early 20s. My god, I would have just stayed up every night working, which is bad advice. Don't do that. But I would have stayed up every freaking night just working, and I would have busted my ass, because why not? You don't have that energy as you get older. It fades so freaking fast. Yeah, I would have invested in Bitcoin. That energy, you think you're gonna have it forever, but then suddenly you're 30 and you're like, my bones hurt and I'm tired. My bones hurt and I need to eat. My bones hurt and I must eat. I must eat. Maybe I'll make his boots gold too, since those are not. Since those are. Oh, and I have to make this thing gold too on his back. I think that advice only goes so far, though. It's really hard to take advice when you're young. I'm sure I got all the same advice when I was young, and I probably didn't take any of it. So I don't take any of it. The only advice I took when I was young was to do what you want, because money always comes back to you, which is great advice, but then you realize at some point that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. Yeah, I understand exactly how you feel with the art stuff. I get it, because it's like I know exactly what I want to be doing and what I'm meant to be doing, but I also like have to pay my bills, like, and that's stressful. I just lost a major freaking contract thing that I'm doing, or I feel like I lost it, so I'm very worried about that. But that's kind of scary. So I'm. It's always good to have a backup. It's always good to have a backup. You just don't want it. It sucks because people don't realize, they're like, oh, just get a second job or get a different job, and it's like it's really freaking hard, because it's like you don't have the can't focus on it as much. You can't. It's very hard to like work all day and then come home and then focus on your art. I'm not saying that people don't have to do it. People obviously have to do it. It's just part of life, but it is hard. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's not easy. So you're basically feel like I've always felt like by getting like part-time jobs and stuff, I'm like giving up my dream as a illustrator, which sucks. Which sucks. Why does that keep happening? My nails are not gross, by the way. That is paint. I mean, yes, they're gross, but that is paint. It's not anything weird. It's not anything sussy banussy. It's not anything sussy banussy. Oh, wait, he's got a belt on. Oh, crap. Oh crap. He's got so much clothes on that I didn't even see. This dude is tiny. That's awesome for the Japan thing. I want to go there just on vacation. That's like my dream honeymoon location. So whenever I get married, I really want to go to Japan as my honeymoon. Not to be too weeby about it, but not to be too weeby. There's a lot of good mangaka like documentaries and stuff on YouTube. If you're ever interested in watching those, if you're ever interested in watching those, it's very interesting to me. I wish I had the brain to come up with stories. I just like to come up with art. Like the drawings and stuff, that's all I know. I don't have the brain for the stories. I don't have the brain. I'm too dumb. I'm too freaking dumb. Too stupid. This little guy, man, he's gonna drive me crazy. He's gonna drive me crazy. I'm really trying not to touch him because I know that it's gonna get all smeared. Smeared. Once I'm done with this layer, I guess I'll swap it and work on a different layer or a different piece. A different piece. These things are so freaking addictive. 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 I'm so addicted to painting these things. It's sickening. It's sickening. Where in Japan are you going? Are you going to like everywhere? Where in Japan are you going? I'd want to go see the old shrines, but I also want to see like the anime stuff. Like I want to see like old and new. It's so crazy how Japan is set up. It's so tiny, but yet there's this beautiful old stuff, and then there's like stuff that's brand new, shiny, super futuristic, all blocks away from each other. Very interesting. Kyoto! Nice. Artist is a lot. Artist is a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. People, I don't know why people think it's so easy. But then people are always like, I can't draw anything. I suck at drawing. And then they're like, actually, art is easy. Like, it's the same people who say those things at both. And it's like, how can both be true, man? How can both be true? I mean, look. He loved it so much he wanted to protect it. There's something beautiful about that. There's something beautiful about that. He protected it so that I could see it on my honeymoon. Ha 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 ha. That is definitely where I want to go for my honeymoon. I think I have no interest in going to like a beach or anything like that. I feel like that would be kind of silly. I mean, to each their own, but that's just not my thing. Well, I mean, I like beaches and all, but I don't want to go somewhere for my honeymoon that I could go anywhere like any other time. I feel like people go to the beach all the time. People go to the beach all the time. Like, why would I want to go to like Aruba or something, somewhere people and I could go literally whenever. Literally whenever. Whenever. Think everyone I know who's been to Japan gets addicted to going to Japan, and they start going all the time. They become like Japan heads. They start going to Japan whenever they get the chance. It's crazy. It's very funny, actually. It's very funny. They're like, no, you don't get it. Once you go, you'll get it. And I'm like, what is going on? They just start visiting Japan whenever they have like any extra money at all. Apparently, it's pretty cheap to visit Japan right now, which is a good thing. But apparently, it's pretty cheap. Apparently, it's not too bad, which makes me happy. The food and stuff is super cheap because the like conversion right now is really good. It's good for us, not good for them. Art is like anything. It takes a lot of patience and stuff, but it's definitely not as easy as people want to act like it is. They're always like, well, anyone could sit there and learn it, and it's like, well, anyone could sit there and learn anything, but it's a long, intensive process. You have to have a lot of mental fortitude. It's a lot of mental fortitude because people don't realize how hard it is to like force yourself to do some things that you're bad at. And that's a lot of what it is just forcing yourself to do something over and over and over when it's coming out bad is not fun, but like it's just part of the game. It's just part of it. You've got to force yourself to suck sometimes. Oh, that sounded really weird, but in context it sounds right. In context it sounds right. It's probably living in California, but honestly, all of my friends have been going to Japan. It just seems like everybody gets to a certain age and they're like, time for Japan. Because it's like, just everyone around our age probably likes anime and they like that kind of stuff. So I feel like You just get to a certain age and everyone suddenly just wants to. Everyone craves Japan. Everyone craves Japan. They just start craving it and they start going insane. They gotta get their Japan fix. They've got to get their Japan fix. They crave her. They crave her. I should not be using this brush for everything, but I am. But I am. This little dude, he's gonna be the death of me because he's so chunky. But he's so cute. I'm still like him. He's just gonna be the death of me. No big deal. No big deal. Maybe I'll do some. I'm trying to think how I can mix this to make it look pretty. Because I want to mix it with another color to make it look a little like less flat. The clothes that he's wearing. It's hard because it's so tiny. It's like little. It's little. These minis, when they're on camera like this, they don't look nearly as small as they feel in your hand. They feel like little tiny things. Little precious objects. You don't realize it when you're looking at them. Because I used to see Warhammer stuff and be like, oh, that's not that small. Like, that person definitely shouldn't have had that difficult of a time with it. And then I see it in person, I'm like, oh, now I get it. Oh, now I get it. It's really little. It's very small. It's small. Last time I was at the Warhammer store, there was like 10 middle-aged men in there, and I was like, hell yeah, dudes rock. Dudes rock. Well, not the Warhammer store, it was like the D&D store, but still. Well, it was the D&D section of, well, it's the Warhammer section of the D&D section of the, I don't know why it's in there, but of the game store. But they were all just buying paint, and I love that. That makes me so happy that a bunch of old guys who probably don't paint otherwise are just at home painting figures. Like, that's their vibe that they do. That's their chill time. Dudes rock! Hell yeah! That's their chill activity. That's what brings them joy. I mean, they have to have good jobs, because some of those kits are freaking crazy expensive, man. There's some kits I wanted in there really, really bad, and then I saw the price, and I was like, child, never mind. 30, 40 bucks for one character? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Maybe when I have better skills, or, like, I'm growing a bit on here, so it's like, a little less of a lot of money on me. But, holy smokes, they're freaking expensive. I would have never guessed in my life how expensive those damn sets are. I would have never guessed it. I would have never guessed it. You're afraid of what? You're afraid of what? Being trapped in the Warhammer section with a bunch of middle-aged dudes? It was fine. It wasn't too bad. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They were, but they weren't. They had, like, no spatial awareness at all. They were, like, shoving me out of the way. I was like, okay, relax. Relax. I will move. They did lack a bit of spatial awareness. I will say this. I will say this. He's coming out alright. He's not perfect. I like my other figures I did better. You can definitely tell the difference between, like, the plastic figures and that are easier to paint, but this is also a bigger figure. So, I feel like, you know, I'm doing my best, given the circumstances. Given the freaking circumstances, I'm rocking it. I'm trying to be more confident. They had this, they had some huge freaking sets. They had, like, the starter set for Age of Sigmar, and I wanted to get it so bad, but, like, $30-something. I'm like, I cannot justify these prices. They've lost their minds. They've lost their minds. Especially when I've already done the starter set for, 40k. I've already done that, but I wanted the starter set for Age of Sigmar because it's, like, what's the word? It's got, like, their little starter guys in it. The Imperial, whatever. They're cute. They're cuties. Everything I see, I'm like, that's cute. And I'm like, that is not supposed to be cute, but to me, it is cute. Things that are not supposed to be cute are always cute to me. They're always cute to me. They're always cute to me. I'm so jealous because my Games Workshop store, or I guess now it's just called the Warhammer store, is literally right, like, 30 minutes, like, I have to go a long time. I don't know why I was saying literally. It's 30 minutes away. It's far. But I want to go get the mini of the month. I'm so jealous of people who live near multiple, because I've heard there's people who go to multiple places and get multiple minis of the month, which I know is bad, but come on. Come on, everyone would do it. Everyone would do it if they could. Everyone would do it if they could. I I want to go and ask for a painting lesson because I know they teach painting lessons, and I'd like to learn. Oh my gosh, my like D&D tabletop-y store is right next to a or no, it's not right next to it. It's inside of a comic store, which is really nice. It is very nice. I actually applied for a job there, but they were asking questions about comics, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know anything about the comics. I like the painting. I like the painting. That's what I know about. I just like the painting, man. I know I like D&D stuff. I like the monsters and all that goodness. And I like getting into things, but I don't know anything about comics, which is a shame. Which is a shame. I don't think I have the attention span for comics, honestly. As much as I wish I did, because they're beautiful. I like them. I just don't think I have the attention span. The smell of the comic store? Yeah. Yeah. The are you talking about the sweat or the paper? Because there's two unique smells in there. One is traditionally not great. One is traditionally okay. If you're talking about the sweat, then yeah, it's very it's pungent. It's a pungent one. I'll say it's quite pungent. A little bit of sweat, a little bit of paper. My free comics day here was a couple days ago, and I'm like, oh, I know the smell was going crazy in there. I know the smell was going nuts in there, man. It was going wild, I bet. But, you know, I'm just happy they're in there having fun. I'm happy they're in there having fun. They should sell deodorant there as a joke. As a joke. As a joke. Just as a silly gag. I wish that it was like a fake rumor too. Like I wish there was no truth to it, but I'll be honest, I've been in there and smelled some really disgusting people. I've been in there and smelled some nasty people. So I unfortunately, it's like a rumor it's like one of those stereotypes that it actually is true. It's like how they people at cons smell bad. People at cons kind of got con stank. They got con stank. I used to sell at cons, like, and there would be people that walked over and they would just stink up the freaking booth, and it was like, why? What would why? Why can't you just shower? Not even shower, just put on deodorant. If you don't want to shower, then at least at the very least wear some freaking deodorant. Wear some freaking deodorant. At the very least. I mean, come on. Come on, man. You know what? For being my first metal time, I'm pretty happy. Thank you. I'm pretty happy because it's like I've never painted metal before, like a metal figure before, and this is on the wrong base. Like I barely glued it down to the wrong base, so I feel like, given the circumstances, I'm happy. Given the circumstances, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I'm trying, and if you're not trying, you're dying. All right, let me get a little yellow. I did not carve this myself. I did not. This is like one of these. It came like this. Like a metal figure like this. This is another one I have to do, but I did not carve it. I do carvings. I do carve stuff out of wood, and I've sold them before on Etsy, and I want to get like work on them more, but they're never this good. They're not this good. They are not. They are not. I wish I carved it myself though. It would be very cool if men could get married in a suit of armor. That would be. I mean, you can though. It's your wedding, you know. No one's gonna tell you no. I mean, people might look at you funny, but you know what? It's your freaking wedding. If someone looks at you funny, that's on them. That's on them. It's your wedding, man. You should wear what makes you feel handsome on your wedding day. And certainly, your bride might hate it because she would be. There would be people looking at you and not her. But you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Maybe she would love it. Maybe you show up in your 40K armor. Maybe she'd love that. She'd really be feeling that. You show up as like a space marine. Exactly. I don't know when I'll be back. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not paying for the pass right now because I'm trying to save money, so I can't get in right now. But whenever I can scrounge up the money, I will go back. I just, I don't pay for it if I'm needing to spend money on other things because I have like a monthly pass. So whenever I'm not, broke, whenever I can afford to spend the money on stuff like that, I will go back. I used to go every week, but it's just not feasible. It's just not feasible. I'm like blending some different colors down into the beard. I think that looks nice. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, wrong. Hell yeah. That's goated. There's people married in a suit of armor. That's top tier. Top tier, man. Top tier. I think if you have the right bride for you, she would love it. She would be like, hell yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome, man. This rocks. Like, that's how you know you found the one. There's people who've definitely done some crazy Star Wars weddings. And Harry Potter. I know people who've done Harry Potter weddings. So I know that there's gotta be some nutso Star Wars ones, too. Like, I'm talking they got married with, like, a dress and a suit, but then they had their cloaks over it. Which seems kind of crazy to me. That seems like, not crazy, like, that they would do that, but it just seems like you could just put that on after if that's what you're gonna do. If you're not gonna go all out, I don't know. It just seems like not going all out. It just seems kind of lazy to just put the cloak over your wedding dress. But what do I know? What do I freaking know? I feel like it's cooler to like really go for it. Really, really go for it. But it wasn't my wedding. It's what made them happy. It's what made them happy. Hell yeah, you are that bride, Egg. You are that bride. You are that bride. I do love Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. So I can understand a Harry Potter wedding. I just say if you're going to do it, do it. If you're going to do it, go all out, baby. Go all out, baby. Go nuts. Oh my god, my cat scared the hell out of me. The Indian wedding stuff always cracks me up because my friend used to have neighbors who were Indian, and they would always have the weddings in the backyard because she lived in like a really nice area. But they would go on for days and days and days, and we would just drive by and be like, "Is the wedding still happening?" And they'd be like, "Yep." And there was like wasn't a problem, but it was just like so crazy how long there'd be like big tents and stuff set up, like huge tents set up, like fully partying in the middle of the night, and we're like, what is happening over there? What is going on? What's going on? It seems like they've got the most banging weddings. Wait, India's at war with Pakistan? That's unsettling. That's unsettling, because don't they have, like, weapons of, like, nuclear status? Like, don't they have nuclear weapons over there? That's not good. That's not good. I don't like that. I also just don't like war. I don't want people to fight. Like, I don't really like when, innocent people die for, like, a couple, rich people's interests. I think that's kind of crazy. Not to sound too political, but that's what it feels like to me. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but the presidents never send their kids to war, man. Presidents never send their kids to war, man. I sound like a hippie now. Now I sound like a hippie, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. If you want to have a war, fight your own freaking war. Fight your own freaking war, man. Give peace a chance. Give peace a chance. I thought there was nukes in both of those places, so that kind of is alarming because it's like that's not people that I want to be at war, I would think it's best if they were not at war, but what do I know? What do I know? I hope that it gets resolved very quickly. I haven't watched the news. I'm going to be honest. I don't really watch the news too much because it stresses me out. I don't watch the news too much. It's too stressful. It's too much evil. Too much evil in the world. Makes me very sad. Can't handle it. I don't do well. I don't do well with it. I don't do well. Yeah, I hope that hope it gets resolved quickly. For the people living there, I just hope for the people living there it gets resolved. Because I can guarantee you most of the people living in those places aren't, like, happy to be in war, Like, I don't think most Ukrainians and Russians are, like, psyched to be in a war. And that's just been going on forever. Wars go on a really long time. Actual war is bad. I don't know if this is, like, a border dispute or a war, but, like, anything where people are gonna die is bad. I don't want people to die. Hot take, I don't want people to die. I would prefer that not. Especially, like, just innocent people. Just, like, armies and stuff like that. Like, when I think about kids that I was in high school with that were joining the army, I'm like, they were, like, little babies. I can't imagine them being sent to war. They were just little babies. They couldn't even drink yet. Legally, they were drinking in high school, but you know what I mean. They were just little babies. So, like, I can't imagine how it was in the early 2000s when kids that young were being sent off to war. They're just kids. They're just kids, man. Little boys. I guess boys and girls, but I think boys mostly. I think boys mostly. I knew a guy that joined the army just because he was obsessed with COD. Like he would play so much Call of Duty, and he was just obsessed, so he joined the army. And then he got sent over to Afghanistan, or one of those countries. I don't know. I think it was Afghanistan, and he lost both of his legs like immediately. And I was like, damn. He quickly learned that there's no. You can't go back. You can't restart your save file in war. You can't go back in war, man. You can't go back. My brother used to want to join for that reason. My brother used to just want to go to war because he played a lot of Call of Duty, and my parents would be like, "What the hell's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You can't reset your save file in war, man." All right. I think that this guy's coming out actually quite cute. Quite cute. He's just a little baby. He's just a little baby boy. He's just a baby boy. Oh, he's got like a lot of layers to his clothes here, to his pants and shoes and stuff, so I gotta fix that. I've got to fix that. He's got a lot of layers. He's looking like a little snake, like a little sneaky snake. Just a little, like a little dude. Just like a little dude. I gotta darken some of his areas, like his hair and stuff like that, but I will get there. I will get there. There was no, I'm doing, like, I don't have reference when I do these, so I'm always just guessing, so it's very possible their armor's all messed up and wrong. But, I like to be free. I like to be free. I really want someone to get into miniatures from watching me, like, paint miniatures. That would be the joy of my life, because I'm so addicted to it. But I feel like everybody's already into it. I feel like I'm the last person into it. I feel like I'm the last one. I'm the last person. The last person into miniatures, or the last person to get into miniatures, excuse me. Definitely not the last person into miniatures, but it's just seems like everybody's doing it right now. It seems like one of these hobbies that's super popping off right now, like making bread. I don't know. Maybe more people were more into making bread because I guess that's a little more accessible. I never got into that during the pandemic. I was never into making bread. I know so many people who were like, I need to make bread, and it's like literally why? Literally why do you need to make bread? For what reason do you need to do that? For what reason do you need to make bread? But it was popular. It sure was. It was popular. I think that was the yummy. Hey, I will take it. I got a PO box, so hit me up if you want to. I like I said, anything that's 3D printed and sent like from the Amazon wishlist, I will happily paint on stream. Very happily. Very happily. I could always use brushes and stuff too. Those I will use on stream. So, or paint, obviously, I'll use on stream. Just more stuff for the streaming. But I would love that. I want a 3D printer at some point, but I think it's just too much of an investment for me right now because they're not cheap. But I love the stuff they can do. It's insane to me the stuff that gets printed with 3D printers. It's insane. Dude, there were so many people obsessed with making bread. Everyone was making bread in the early pandemic. And I was like, what is going on? Is everyone caught some other kind of sickness that they're just addicted to bread baking? What is going on here? What's going on, man? I messed that up. Oh, I messed that up, but it's okay. I saw I was messing it up and I pushed myself to mess it up more instead of just backing off. I do that sometimes with painting. I'll see I'm making a mistake and instead of just stopping, I just push myself and keep going and make the mistake worse. Oh, good heavens. Oh, good heavens. Oogly moogly. Oogly moogly. Oh, I gotta take a sip of coffee. You ever really thirsty, but you're so into what you're doing that you just can't stop doing what you're doing? That happens to me when I'm painting all the time. I'm like, I need a drink, but I cannot get one. I need a drink, but I cannot get one. I need a mouth, but I cannot. I have no mouth, but I have no mouth, but I must scream. I have no mouth, but I must scream. That's how it feels. That's how it feels. Alright, see, now I made it too red. Oh, I want it to be more orange. I want it to be more orange. I want it to be more orange. See, the gradients are annoying because you, get colors you like, and then you mess up the other colors, and then you have to keep going back. Gradients are something you just constantly have to work at. It never freaking ends, because now I have to fix the bottom half. Oh, good heavens. Oh, good heavens. Oh, good heavens. Oh, googly moogly. I'm going to destroy my brush. The way I paint, I'm the brush destroyer. I am the brush destroyer, which sucks because I really like this brush. This is the one from Army Painter, which I'm obsessed with Army Painter. It's the people who make the paints, but I messed it up. Or I didn't mess it up yet, but it's coming. It's coming. It'll be messed up soon enough. It'll be messed up soon enough. Soon enough. I imagine this guy's Irish. My brain, he's like an Irish, and he's like some kind of like a fire dwarf. That was a good. Someone said that, and it's a good explanation for what he is. He's makes fire or something. He's a cool dude. Cool dude. Trying to blend up these damn gradients. Oh, okay, maybe that'll work. Oh, sorry. Maybe that'll work. All right. Googly moogly. Googly moogly. What else? Oh, I should get a darker brown for shading. I also wanted to put, maybe I'll do this mud stuff. I should probably do this at the end. I'm very curious how this looks, this wet mud. I'm very curious how this looks. And I'm also curious about, oh, maybe I'll make his armor maybe I'll make that like a bronze. I'm very curious about this patina, but I don't think it works for him, so I'm not going to use it. I can't force myself to use something just because I'm curious about it. I need to wait. Must use things when the time is right. When the time is right, I'll use things. When the time is right. I just have so many cool paints I want to try. I've got so many cool paints I want to try. You're back! You're back! I had a question for you about a technical paint, but now I don't remember what it was. Oh, the typhoid, the corrosion one? Typhoid, that one? Resin and orange chicken, hell yeah. I had a question for you about the corrosion paint. I wanted to know if it got like thick and bubbly or like how it worked. I saw it recently and I want to go pick it up, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. But I'm like, I want to try it really bad. I want to try it really bad. I just don't know if it bubbles up or get like how it works. I'm curious. So it just looks like dirty, not dirt, but like buildup, right? Like corrosion, like yeah, the name. Because I really want to try it. I'm very excited about trying it. I don't have it yet, but I will get it if it's worth it. If it's worth it. I'm gonna get a darker brown. Let me get a darker brown. These damn pots, man. These pots from the Citadel, I actually think they're on crack for buying these damn pots. For making these pots. I think that they're insane, and I think that they messed up. I think that they're so stupid. And I think that they're, like, permanently stuck with these stupid pots. I mean, there's no way that everyone isn't just putting these right into squeezy bottles when they get them. There's no way. Yeah, I would use junk brushes with it. I feel like with any technical paint, like even the muds and stuff, I would use that with. I also wanted to get, you did hear a cat. My cat is standing right next to me. She might jump up here. Oh, there she is. Let me see. Oh, no. Come here. Oh, no. Nope. She didn't want to. She did not want to. She said absolutely fucking not. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Do not touch me. I want to get the snow. I'm guessing the snow. So I have this one. This mud one. And I have, wait, I'll show you the ones that I have. So the ones that I have are these are like dirt ones, right? So the snow, I'm guessing, is exactly like this. It's just white so that it looks like snow, I'm guessing. Correct? Correct? I really like the blood for the blood god because it feels like it has, like, goosh. It feels like it has blood clots. I would love to paint environments. I would love to paint environments. I just can't find any nice environment sets. I would freaking love it. I would love it. I would try the Vallejo textures because the tiny pots are very small. Like this is, obviously this mud is, I got the mud bigger than this one because I'm going to use it more. Oh, the apple painting in the background, I do not dust it. I have to finish it. I never finished it. I never finished it. I'm guilty of that. Sometimes I start paintings and I don't finish them, but I also like, I like having it up as a decoration back there, but it is taking up my big canvas. Or not my big canvas, my big easel. It's taking up my big easel. I'm going to put some white down, and then I'll glaze over it with yellow, because I want to have more poppy hairs. Like hairs that pop. Hell yeah, DM me some of the ones you use, because I like a lot of the technical paints. I really, really want to learn how to do some of the the backgrounds, like big scenes and stuff. The only ones I can find though are really expensive. They're like the Games Workshop, like they're like Warhammer ones, and I can't afford those. So I don't know where to get scenes ones that are not like that. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god, that is very cool. I need to get into this these other brands that they're not selling right at the store, because uh, I'm very curious about trying these different textures. I'm very curious. On bigger models, I'm sure I'll have more fun with doing stuff like that too, and like scenes that are like outside and stuff like that. As I improve, I want to get into more and more and more. I'm just slowly trying to improve. I'm slowly trying to improve, but I want to eventually be doing all that stuff. I want to get there eventually. Eventually. Not display bases. I'm talking about like just scenes. Like not really scenes. What's the word I'm thinking of? Like um well, I guess display bases, but I've also seen things that are like ships and like things like that. Like ships and vehicles. Oh, I have big paint blob on my face. Ships, vehicles, things like this. Oh, I've made it worse. Oh no. Oh no, I've made it worse. Oh no. Oh no, I don't even know where I have anything to wipe it up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think that was my last wipey. I think that was my last wipe. Oh no, thankfully I have one. I'm the messiest person ever. I get paint everywhere. I get paint everywhere. Yeah, like terrain pieces. I've seen them for Games Workshop. I wouldn't put any on my wish list because they're way too expensive. But they're like big terrain settings. They have like columns, like and stuff like that. Terrain pieces. Yeah, things like that. I guess that's what I'm talking about. I guess terrain pieces. I'm sorry, I'm getting the freaking paint off my face. I'm getting the paint off my face. I'm getting the paint off my face. This little metal guy, I'm so scared that I'm going to move wrong and he's just going to start horrifically chipping. He's just going to start chipping away. He's going to be like, okay, it was nice knowing you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Because that's how everyone online talks about the, I don't know, because I suck at sculpture. Like, I suck at it. I've tried, well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I'm good at wood carving. But I'm kind of suck at like sculpture with like polymer clay and stuff, so I don't know if I'd be any good at it. I'm more of a 2D person, but this to me is more of like a 2D art. Like I know it's 3D, obviously it's sculptures, but like the painting and stuff, I just love painting. So I don't know. I don't know. It's insanely overpriced for the GW terrain stuff. Like I'm not spending $200 on this. Like I that's like weeks worth of food. That's insane. And I wouldn't even put that on the wish list. I would never ever ask anyone for that. Like that's like food money. That's just too much, you know? Too much. I just struggle with like getting it. I don't know. It's just my sculpting is not it's not my strong point. I just can't. I love painting, but I just can't visualize things in like in 3D. It's hard for me to do it unless it's already carved for me. Then I can paint it and picture the shading and stuff. But like I can't like visualize it until it's already done. I'm not. It's just not for me. I'm not good at it. That was the one class I didn't do good in college was sculpting. I got A's in every art class except for. I mean, it was art school, so. But I got A's in everything except for not A's, but you know what I mean. Except for well, I guess they were technically A's. It just feels weird saying that about college, but except for sculpting, like I just couldn't do it. I was bad at it. I was bad at it. It wasn't my calling. I got like a B minus because I was so bad. Ooh, I'm gonna check that out because I also heard that eBay is a nice place to get them. I've also heard that eBay is a lot cheaper. I personally prefer assembled and primed. I do not like the building at all. That is not for me. I do not enjoy the building. I got this set that I'm like dreading. I'll show you guys in a second. It's not a set that's like Games Workshop. It's something else. It's like a Pathfinder set, but I'm like dreading it hardcore because I didn't realize what it was. I'm dreading it. When I got it, I did not realize it, and now I'm like, crap, I have to build this. I have to build this. I would like to buy everything just pre-primed and pre-done. It's this. Look at how tiny these little heads are. Look at how tiny these little heads are, man. Like, this is small. This is small. Look at how small these little heads are. I can't even find the heads. Like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? I'm scared. I'm scared as hell. I don't want to put this together. The heads are so little. They're so little. I thought the head was going to be a little bigger than that. I did not realize that the body was basically the same size. But what can you do? What can you do? $400 model is so expensive. But you got it for $190. That's pretty awesome. That is pretty good. When you get a deal like that, you feel like a god. It feels like you're like the god of savings. The savings god. I don't know what I'm doing with his boots here. I don't know what I'm doing with his boots. I'm like messing them up, but I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm going to stop touching them for a second. Because I'm messing them up more and more, and I'm just not helping the situation. I'm not helping the situation. I'm not helping the situation at all. Making it worse. Making it worse. Yeah, I should, but I already have the stupid shit, so I should use it, right? I already have the stupid shit, so I should use it, I think. I think so. I would say that. I think that I've bought a lot of dumb stuff in my life. I've bought a lot of dumb stuff in my life. I can't deny that. I have an apartment full of Sesame Street collectibles and a lot of stuff. I have an apartment full of Sesame Street collectibles and the such. And the such. But I think getting a $400 set for $190 is like crazy good. Like, that's really, really good. That is really, really good. That is pretty good. I mean, I was gonna say, I never had this problem before where I had to worry too much because I had like a pretty consistent job, and then I lost it, so that kind of stuff, like big job, and then I lost it, so I have to be more frugal, obviously. But if someone's got like a good job and they're able to pay their bills and stuff like that, they should buy whatever they want. Life is short, as long as they can pay their bills. As long as they can pay their freaking bills. Like, I, before, was in a different situation, so I felt like I could buy whatever I want. That's why my apartment is full of cool stuff. That's why my apartment's full of cool stuff. I think that people should spend their money how they choose if they have it. If they have it. I think that, I think it just depends on your situation. For me, it didn't really matter. I could buy whatever I wanted for a long time. Not whatever I wanted, but I was fine for a long time, so I didn't have to worry about it. But obviously, now I have to be a little more frugal for a bit. eBay has the models a lot cheaper. eBay has the models a lot cheaper. Not in that place. I don't know that place. I have to check out that place, but I've heard that eBay is much cheaper models. I have heard this. It's just insane how some of them are getting, like, so nutty. But I was looking at some of the friggin' models at the store, like, a couple days ago, and I just could not believe how beautiful they are. They're so detailed. They're so pretty. They're so nice. I think that this is one of the least stupid hobbies, because you're actually, like, painting and, like, doing, like, a craft with your hobby, like, with your game. With your game, so that's pretty good. So that's pretty nice. I think this is like one of the better hobbies. Rather than a hobby where you're not actually getting anything. Like video games, I don't like as much. I like video games, trust me. I have video game stuff right behind me, but it's I feel like I'm getting a lot more out of this than I was out of those things for like probably the same price. Or less, obviously. These figures are cheap. These figures are cheap. Ooh, nice. So obviously they don't want you to have those files. Who is making those files, if you don't mind me asking? Is it just like people selling them on like no sites? On like no sites? Like I'm guessing that someone is copying them and then putting them in their printer and getting the file and selling the files. That would be my guess. Like torrenting the stuff, basically. Like making torrents, basically. mean, yeah. I mean, for the prices they're charging, it's really ridiculous. Like, if they're gonna keep raising their prices higher and higher and higher, then people are eventually gonna say, "Fuck you. We're gonna just do it. We're gonna just do it on our own." I'm sure there's people who get them exact, and then they're gonna have to lower their prices eventually if everyone starts 3D printing their own. But then again, they're relying on people who are like brand new to the hobby, probably, or people who are like diehard. Like super diehard people are going to buy their stuff no matter what. Super diehard people are just gonna buy it because they like it. Super diehard people. Damn, that's awesome. That's awesome. I feel like how much is the like stuff that you print with? Like the like resin stuff. Is it expensive? I'm very curious. I wonder how they mold their stuff. I know that they use like their plastics and it's like not through a 3D printer. Like obviously it's molded, but I really wonder. They're probably a show, a documentary or something how they make their stuff. It is interesting. It is quite interesting. It is quite interesting. I don't know. This is like the my favorite hobby I've ever gotten into. This is so fun. It's so addictive. It's addictive. I want to learn more and more about it. Like I want to watch so many documentaries about people who know more about it. Because I found a couple of them that I want to watch just about like the history of it and everything. I don't know. I don't play the game, so I have to learn how to play the game. For me, it's literally just that I think the models are beautiful and I like the lore and I like the painting aspect. That's insane because I feel like people like them because they think that they're molded, like hand molded or whatever. Not hand molded, obviously, but like they think that they're molded out of whatever things. Like they think they're in these. What are these called? Begins with an S. What are these things called? I don't know if this is 3D printed. I have no idea. I didn't think these could be 3D printed. I thought that's why they were on these stupid things. I also have no idea how to put this together. Like, I could not tell you how this is going to fit together, but I guess I'm going to learn. A sprue, yeah. It's so fun right now. It's like heaven. It's like heaven. I'm just going to be so sad when this feeling eventually leaves me. I'm going to be so sad when this high leaves me. I don't ever want to lose my painting high. But I mean, this is just like a hobby that's like made for me. I just love freaking painting, man. I just love freaking painting. It's like a hobby that's made for me. I want to get so much better at it. I just want to improve a lot and like slowly over time and then have a house full of little things. Have a house full of little figures. I'm gonna have so many D&D figures that I actually have to start playing D&D. Like I'm gonna get into a campaign. I've got asked to join one, but it's natural to fall in and out of love with hobbies. It's just like I don't want to fall out of love with this. But then again, I know the guy at the Warhammer store who like gave up his entire life to do Warhammer. Like he was like so obsessed with it that he like drives hours every day to get to the store, and it's like literally his whole life is Warhammer. And that made me very happy to find out he was married and has a beautiful life and stuff. Yeah, I have that problem too. I have to tell myself I have to finish this thing, or I will not finish it. So I feel you. Je feel. I definitely feel you. I have that same exact problem. I've got that same problem. There is hope for all of us. He seems like the coolest dude ever, and he seems very sweet. He seems nice. Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel like that with art all the time. I'm like, I would get so stressed about it that I don't even want to do it, and it sucks because it's like goes from being your passion to being like your nightmare. It goes from your passion to your nightmare very quickly. It's very weird. Like you love it so much that it like scares you because you don't want to mess it up and you have like actual responsibilities with it. It's not like before. So it just sucks. It just sucks. Once you make money from something, it kind of changes the nature of it. It kind of changes the nature of it. You can't just enjoy it like freely anymore. Then you have to like actually worry about it. You have to actually like make an effort to do it, treat it like a job, and it kind of ruins things. I'm kind of envious of people who just do art like casually. I guess so, yeah. I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I'm a girl, so I couldn't tell you. I'm a girl. I'm a girl. I'm not selling anything. I'm not selling anything, I don't think. I'm not selling anything. If anything, I should be saying don't buy this shit, but it is very addictive. I mean, it's a hobby. Hobby's a hobby. Hobby's a hobby. If you have it though. Don't spend money you don't have. That's obviously stupid. That's obviously stupid. Like, I do not have money right now. I cannot be buying any new stuff. That's just not happening. But anything I have, I will enjoy. Anything I already have, I'm going to enjoy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess that we're always selling stuff, but like I'm really not trying to sell these figures. I just love it so much. I just think this is a really fun hobby. I just love it. I just love it. It is very good. It's very good. It's a very good hobby. Tinder, sometimes I can't tell if you're in here because you want to be a friend or if you like don't like me. Sometimes I can't tell with you, Tinder. Like I can't tell. I can't tell if you hate me or not. I cannot tell. I'm going to put on some of this like iron. I want to make this. I should get some of that rust stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to sell you guys of anything. I promise. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I'm not. There's nothing for sale. I mean, the only thing is, I mentioned my wish list, but like, if that's only if people want to see me paint the stuff on it. No obligations there. No obligations if anyone doesn't want to do that. I'm not like, you have to shop on my wish list so I can buy stuff and paint. Alright. I want to use this gold. I feel like the more I build up layers, I mean, I don't really know. I feel like it was just like a comment about me trying to like sell people hobbies or something. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe get people more addicted to it or get people to spend money or something, but I'm not. I don't work for Games Workshop. I'm not trying to get anyone to buy anything. This also isn't Games Workshop. This is something else. This also isn't Games Workshop. This is like Reaper or something. It's just a Amazon figure, like a D&D Amazon figure. Maybe I can do like a nice rusty color with some orange and red. Instead of buying that rusty color, maybe I can just make it rust because I don't have it right now. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Well, maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll just put some like rusty on it. I think that looks okay. Just make it look a little rusty. It looks messy, but I always think of dwarves as redheads. Always. They're always redheads in my eyes. They're always redheads in my eyes. I'm just struggling with a bit because I feel like I was able to get way more detail with these little figures. Like I feel like these guys look better, but I'm for my first metal figure. I'm proud of how it's coming along. We're making moves. We're making money moves. We just have to keep going. We just got to keep going. Hell yeah, his hammer's enchanted. I wish I could. You know what? I have some epoxy resin. I could probably put some. Oh, that's too orange. I could probably put some epoxy resin on it and like make it look like it's enchanted. Things coming out of it, but I worry about how that would look. I do worry that would look very weird. Like I don't know if I have the skills enough to do that. I'm barely like know how to do anything yet. That is very true. I could paint some fire runes in there. I could make. I'm trying to think what I could do to make it look like enchanted more so than that, but that's a start. That's a start. He's a little fire dwarf. He's a little fire dwarf. He's a little fire dwarf. I don't know if I'm allowed to say dwarf. Sometimes I feel like I'm not. Like sometimes I say dwarf and I'm like, I should not be saying that. That is way too much. I gotta fix that, but that's okay. I'll go back and clean it up after. I'm messy, I just clean it up after and it'll be okay. If I clean it up after, it'll be alright. I am extremely sad. I got to something very sad on Game of Thrones. I don't want to say what it was. I don't want spoilers. But I got to something very, very sad that it was unexpected. And if you know the scene I'm talking about, you know the scene I'm talking about. And I was like extremely upset over it when I saw it. I was very, very upset. I don't know why I didn't expect it. Yeah. I didn't know, I didn't think it was going to happen. I was like, oh, thank God. And then it instantly changed. And I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, I hate him. I hate that little blonde boy. I hate that little blonde boy. I hate that little blonde boy. I hate Joffrey so much. I hate Joffrey so much. Yes, it did. I hate him. I just paint them. Honestly, I just paint them. I'd like to play, but I haven't gotten into it. It's not for lack of trying. It's not for lack of trying. But right now I'm just painting them. Not Jamie. I mean, yes, but also it wasn't the thing with Jamie that bothered me. It was that other thing. It was that other thing that happened with Joffrey. That was unexpected. That surprise, that little surprise he pulled. I liked Robert. I just thought he was I don't know. I had mixed feelings towards him. Like sometimes he was nice and sometimes he was a jerk. I guess he was like truly. I think that he was probably more reasonable than Ned, because Ned was like too moral and too idealistic. Like I think that he was more like common sense. Like King Bobby was weird. Yeah, it was in front of a big crowd. It was in front of a big crowd. I mean, now we're probably just spoiling it, but it was in front of a big crowd. It shook me. It shook me to my core. I was so upset and I was so mad, and I was like, I would beat up Joffrey if I could. If I could climb through the screen and beat him, oh, I would do it. Oh, I would do it. That really shocked me. That really shocked me. I guess they're just, this is like, they've made it clear that they will just get rid of anyone. They will get rid of anyone. They will get rid of anyone. I mean, he's a great actor. The little guy who played get the breastplate stretcher. His little like nerdy elf. He's not an elf, but he looks like an elf to me because he looks like an elf from The Witcher. Like that really nerdy, awkward little guy for him is so funny. The one who like is his servant. It's not that he's funny. It's just the way he like walks and waddles around and is scared. Joffrey, and I couldn't believe that Joffrey did that, and even Cersei was like, what the fuck? Even Cersei was like, huh? I thought that Cersei was gonna be the supervillain, and that Joffrey might be like controlled by her, kind of like a Malfoy situation, like wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, Goblin, why did you delete that? Oh, you pinned something by accident. Oh, it's okay. It's alright. Yeah, I think that he's really bad. Like, I for sure thought he was gonna be worse than, or better than Cersei, and that Cersei was the real manipulator, and then I was like, oh shit, he's actually just insane. Like, he's an insane character. He's actually just nuts. I want to try this. It's too early, but I really want to try this, and we're gonna see how this works together, this wet mud paint. This wet mud. I guess I should paint grass under him, and then I will put the mud on top of that. I don't think he's standing on grass, but I honestly just, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Wet mud. Hello. I think that I would hate him. If I saw him in person, I would want to beat him up because he pissed me off so bad with what he did. It's a shame because that's just him being a good actor, but he's like too good and he pissed me off. Like he has upset me now. He has upset me. I think and howdy. I think that the show is really good. Hello. The show is really, really good. Like, I was not expecting it to be as good as it is. I thought it was just going to be, like, run-of-the-mill kind of fantasy show, but it's really not. I can't explain it. I know I'm, like, so many years late to the party, But I'm glad I'm not watching it when it's airing, because I think I would have lost my mind having to wait between episodes. I think I would have lost my damn mind. I don't know how people did it when it was airing. Like, especially people watching the first season and, like, oh my god. But then again, it sounds like it gets crazier and crazier and crazier. Sounds like it gets crazier and crazier. I have no idea how they're gonna tie together the stuff with Khaleesi and them. Well, we're talking about Game of Thrones. Hell yeah! I just started watching it. I just got to. I don't want to ruin it, but I guess just got to Ned Stark's fate. I guess where you find out what happens to Ned Stark, and or you see what happens to Ned Stark, and I'm very, very upset about it. So I'm at the very end of season 1. So I'm gonna get into season 2 soon, and I'm probably gonna start season 2 like either tonight or tomorrow. I can't remember. I'm either on there might be one episode left of season 1. Maybe one. I'm very excited. I'm there's so much left to enjoy. There's so much left to enjoy. I mean, what it sounds like watching the final season would be a mistake, because it sounds like everyone hated it, so like what's the point? You might as well make up your own ending. I hope Joffrey gets the worst fate imaginable. I'm sure he won't, because I'm not going to get what I want, but I hope Joffrey gets a fate that's like incomprehensible. Incomprehensible. That's what I want for Joffrey. I want a fate that is so bad. I want a fate that is so bad for Joffrey. I don't know how anyone could be a bigger dickhead than Joffrey after the whole Ned thing. I don't know how anyone could be worse than Joffrey after the Ned thing. For even Cersei to be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" is crazy. Like, how fucking crazy do you have to be for Cersei to be like, "You're crazy"? Especially as her son, because she was licking his butt. Like, she's like obsessed with her son. She is obsessed with him, and I thought that she thought he could do no wrong. I only think that he did that anyways because he like I don't think he was gonna go out there and say he did that and commit to, or admit to treason. I think he only did that because his daughters were watching and he was trying to save himself, and that's what bothers me so much, is that he wouldn't have done it otherwise, but he had to go out looking like a freaking, sorry for spoilers, I'm very sorry, I didn't mean to just do that, but like looking like a freaking weakling and a coward, and like it just bothered me. And I know that's why Joffrey did it, but still. Like, make him grovel first. Make him grovel. I genuinely thought their whole thing with Joffrey was that he was, like, an inbred or something. I thought that he was gonna... Well, yeah, he is. So, yeah. I don't know why I said I thought that when that is literally the case. That is literally the case. He's Malfoy... He's Malfoy in... Well, I know. Yeah, he's literally inbred. I was like, but the funny thing is, when the show started, and God forgive me, but I was like, are they gonna go with like the inbred thing, because he's kind of like weird looking. I don't mean that in a mean way. I don't think he's unattractive, but like he's got like a very unique face, kind of short and stuff, gold of hair, and I was like, are they gonna say he's like inbred or something? And then sure enough, it came out. I don't mean that to come out in a mean way. Like, I'm not saying he's unattractive by any means. It just kind of, I don't want to dig my grave here. I just thought that might be the case. I just thought that might be the case, man. I just thought that might be the case. And then once they did the gold of hair thing, then it was like, oh, he is inbred. It took me too long to get that, though. I'm going to be honest. I didn't get that right when he read that in the book. I did not get that right away. I did not get that right away. I knew he was someone else's kid, but I didn't realize that. And then, because my brain didn't flash back to the horrific scene of the two twins doing it. That left my brain and didn't want to return. Natalie Dormer is so pretty. She is very, very beautiful. She is very beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful lady. I hope she plays a nice person. What? Me? Oh, I thought I was like actually concerned for a second. I was like, am I getting in trouble? No, no, he's a very handsome young man. I just think that he's got a unique face. He's got a unique face. I also think Bella Ramsey's pretty with a unique face. I think you could have a unique face and be very attractive. That's not. I wasn't saying he's unattractive. I just think he has a unique face. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, she makes me feel better about my smile because I have a crooked smile where it's higher on one side than the other, and I'm being canceled. No, no. So she makes me feel better about that. Obviously, she's freaking gorgeous, but she rocks a crooked smile too. She's got that crooked smile too, man. She's got the crooked smile. Jack Gleason. I mean, I haven't seen him in anything else. Is he in any other shows? It's weird because Kit Harington, that guy, he was so freaking I think she has maybe Bell's palsy or something like that. Like maybe she's had Bell's palsy. She might also just have crooked. I have it too. Half of my mouth is higher on one side than the other. I don't know if it's necessarily facial paralysis. I think some of us just got a little smushed in the womb. But she's got it like pretty intense, and she's still gorgeous. So that makes me feel much better about mine. She's a very pretty lady. Very pretty lady. But she might have had Bell's palsy. Oh, okay. My dad has Bell's palsy. My dad got Bell's palsy once. My dad got Bell's palsy once. I guess it's hard to do any role. It's like how like Harry Potter and Draco and all that. It's hard for them to get more roles. I would ask someone else in the chat because I I hate assembly, so I don't like assembling things at all. It's my least favorite part. So I hardly Rump Step would be the best person to ask because he's done this many times and he knows. Man knows the way. But Kit Howard, no, Kit Howard, not Kit. What's his last name? Kit Harington? He did so good as Jon Snow, and everyone was like, he's gonna blow up. And I have never seen him do another thing, and I think that he is not an actor anymore. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Yeah, it is. That does happen. That does happen. That's the thing that sucks when you're on a show that's that successful. I think you're just kind of screwed in that you're kind of forever that character. I'm looking for a nice grass color that I can use here. He's a good actor, though. I don't know. I wonder why he had such bad luck. I guess it's also true that he is just Jon Snow. It's very hard for him to be in anything else because he is Jon Snow. I mean, that's people are going to call him that and nothing else for the rest of his life. Harry Potter kind of got lucky because he was able to be in a lot more stuff, but he's still known as Harry Potter. I just called him Harry Potter. So I think being too successful and too popular on a show is also not great. I'm just painting grass not because I want to paint grass, but because I want to put that mud down. And I like the green with the bright orange. I've seen some massive freaking kits come out recently that I was looking at the store, and I cannot believe the size of some of the kits that are coming out. And meanwhile, I like to do things that are so tiny. Yeah, his problem is that he's only 5'5", which is not a problem. I love short kings. However, he is quite literally still Harry Potter height. He has not really changed at all since the movie. I don't know how to explain it, but he still kind of looks exactly like Harry Potter. I know that he is Harry Potter, so he's always gonna look like Harry Potter. But it just feels like he still looks like a teenage boy. That sounds so. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. It's very hard. Probably when you're that small to get out of the teenage category. I mean, Elijah Wood, Daniel Radcliffe, they don't need money. I'm sure they're set for the rest of their lives with those roles, so they might as well just do fun stuff forever. Oh my god, thank you, Tachos. Thank you. Wait, we got it. Let's go. Thank you, Tachos. Thank you. I appreciate you. I hope I say your name right. I always feel like I'm saying everyone's name wrong. Get a gang. Congrats, Bunny. Congrats. I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Harry will always be a wizard. That's true. That's true. I think that he's just gonna have to accept that that's him forever. I also think you can benefit from accepting it. Like Robert Pattinson was cool with the Twilight thing, and I feel like that's why he was able to move on. But you're you're like, if you fight against it, then you can't move on from it. Like Zac Efron and what's that movie? High School Musical. It's like he doesn't want to accept that he was in it, so it makes it funnier. Whereas Rob Pattinson jokes about Twilight, so it's like people just let him move on. Also, Rob Pattinson's a great actor. I think that's very interesting. I think that she's too pretty. I think that Laura Croft is obviously like very pretty, but like I think that she's too like ballerina like and like long and lean and pretty. I just can't see her being Laura Croft because Laura Croft to me is like muscular and sturdy and like tan. You know what I mean? I can't really picture it. I can't picture it. Robert Pattinson fat would probably look incredible. Hey, honestly, Robert Pattinson, his face is one of the best faces I've ever seen in my life. Mm. He's very, very genetically blessed, so I think Robert Pattinson could look good. Robert Pattinson could just like, you know, he could always look good. I can't imagine anything that would make Robert Pattinson look bad. When he was in Harry Potter, his face, like, I was like, whoa, he's like so, like, his face is like so crazy, like chiseled and defined and everything. He's very genetically blessed, I will say that. He's quite blessed. Quite handsome fellow. People forget he was in Harry Potter too. But he was. He was there. My boy! My boy! Rob Pattinson's a great actor. He's a very good actor. He's made up for Twilight a million times. He has made up for Twilight. Ooh, oh my god, that's annoying. I just like twitched and just rubbed. Ooh, that kind of looks like a scar though. I mean, it's not a scar. It's. I just twitched and smeared paint, but it kind of looks cool. It kind of looks like a scar. Yes, he is also a wizard. He is also a wizard. It's Harry Potter is so just ingrained in culture that I think that once you are in it, you're forever just a wizard. You are a wizard forever. You're a wizard, Harry. You're a wizard, Harry. I can't believe Henry Cavill's making a Warhammer show. I can believe it because he's a nerd, but I think it's very funny. I'm so mad that I smeared that paint. I'm so mad that I smeared that paint. I'm so mad. Yeah, they had to take it out. They couldn't let a Hufflepuff be so powerful. They couldn't let a Hufflepuff be so cool and powerful and awesome. They were like, we've got to get rid of this guy. Cavill is the man. He is the man. It's just crazy that he's. I'm happy for him. He needed a W after getting kicked from Superman, especially when he was the best Superman in a long time. Why on earth? Why on earth would they go with someone new? Also, Superman is supposed to be old. Like, they were like, we're gonna go with someone younger, and Superman is not like a young man. Like, he's not like 15 years old. He's a man, you know? He's a man. I think Henry Cavill was a fine age. A fine age. I can't believe he's a dad. Like, if he was playing Spider-Man and he was his age, I'd be like, yeah, they've got to hire someone else because he's way too freaking old. But I wonder what it's gonna be. I think it would be cool. What I think would also be cool is if he hosted a miniature painting, like a show where people paint miniatures, like a miniature competition. I think that'd be very cool. And then he was a oh, I just wanted him to be like a happy, a clean little dwarf. Maybe I could put some dirt on him, but I like when things look super cartoony. But thank you. I like when things look more cartoony, so I feel like I wanted him to look a little more cleaned up. Maybe I should switch to my smaller brush for details. For details. I just think it'd be cool to see him host a Warhammer painting reality show because I think that it would do well and it would be very fun to watch. Granted, I'm a little biased. I'm a little biased. No, I did not watch that. I did not. I didn't even know that there was one. My favorite of the fantasy races is probably I like elves and I like goblins. I like elves though. I think elves are cool. I love that they're like I love elves that are like kind of mischievous. Well, I like that elves are kind of evil, honestly. They're like evil, beautiful beasts. Evil, beautiful, and insane. That's how I like my elves kind of evil. Kind of fucked up. And crazy goblins. Crazy gobs. What are your favorites? What are your favorites? How was the Halo show? Didn't they do a Halo show? I never ended up watching it. I heard it sucked. Well, I watched one episode of it, but I never watched it. I thought they like went way off course with it, as usual, and they just made it kind of something totally different. Like it wasn't like Halo. It was like something totally different. Dwarfs rock. Yeah, I don't remember what people were saying they did, but I know that I mean obviously you guys know they just like they like just didn't go with the story. They just ended up doing something crazy, which I don't understand. Just go with the story. You have all these games. Go with the freaking story. Elves are evil. That's why I like elves. They suck. That's elves are like mischievous, but not like nice mischievous. Not like goblin mischievous. They're like evil. I don't know. Something about their evilness appeals to me. Maybe because I'm nice. I try to be nice, so something that's a little crazy and evil just appeals to me. It just appeals. Oh no, Master Chief should not have sex. No great character should have sex. Like I don't want Arthur Morgan to have sex. No, no, no. They need to all be asexual. And I'm not even kidding. They're always so much better when they're like asexual. I don't I don't like romance like plot lines that much. I just feel like I don't care. Like that's just not like I'm just not interested in romance plot lines. So for me, it's like not interested, man. Not interested, man. Not interested, man. I'd like to make something with epoxy resin and make it look like there's fire or something coming off of his Arthur Morgan may have fucked in the past, but I don't think Arthur Morgan fucked currently. I mean, he didn't fuck while he was in his 30s, which is most like he didn't fuck it during when you have him, which is like most of his 30s or not most of his 30s, but like for a little bit of his 30s. I can't imagine he I don't know. I think he might have been a sensitive, sweet man who just was afraid of women and never talked to ladies. Never talked to the ladies, I fear. Just too scared. Just too scared. I think that he probably had sex before, but I don't think he was like a playboy by any means. I don't think he was a playboy by any means. Let's see what this mud does. Let's see what this mud does. Also, they did the. I know they wanted to go with the books and The Witcher, and I get it. But I really think they would have had more people interested if they just went with the story of the games. Just go with the games, like from start to finish. I mean, there's so much cool stuff out there, and it seems like whenever there's a chance to make something cool, whoever's working on it just like fumbles horrifically. They're just like Fumble City USA. Like Fumble City USA. Like no matter what, there's just like they fumble horrifically. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. All the source material, everything is so good, like with Halo, and they're like, actually, we don't know what we're doing, and we're scared. Actually, we don't know what we're doing. I'm gonna put some mud, I don't know how this mud works. I have no idea how this mud works. They had books of stuff worth of stories for The Witcher, but like, why not just make it accessible to more people? Because they made it like it was like out of order. I'm gonna put some mud on his I think it'd be fun to have some mud on his like shield. Not blood, but just mud. Like he may have dropped. Maybe some mud there, and maybe some mud up his side of his boots. Maybe some mud up the side of his boots. This is supposed to dry like wet and thick, so we'll see. We'll see. You might get it. You might get it. It seems like nerdier stuff is getting a lot of love, so you never know. You never know. I want to have... I kind of want to... I guess I gotta just let that dry before I put that down. I guess I got to let that dry. Oh, you know what? I'll put mud on this little guy, too. I have no idea. I'm so crazy. I'm like... I don't know how the mud works, but I'm just... Nah, I'll put it on after. But I'll just dump it on my figure that I was just working on. I love the Witcher games. I think the Witcher games are great, so I love the Witcher games. Black Cauldron was Tim Burton, right? Tim Burton made that. That's probably why it's good. But like the story is good. Yeah, I feel like or the art is good. Sorry, not the story. The art is good. I feel like the the games are so good for The Witcher. I don't know how anyone could not like them. Like I love the games. My only problem with the first game is that the combat is horrific. It's really bad, but it's also very old, so I give it some grace. I give it some grace. I kind of want to like splash some mud on his face, but then that kind of just looks like he fell over, which I don't want to make it look like he fell over. I don't want it to look like he fell. That would be too goofy. That would be too goofy. I do want to have some mud on his shoes, though. He's walking through a muddy pile. Sorry, I'm just like sploshing the mud down. I'm sploshing the mud down. Let me wipe this off. Let me wipe this off. I'm gonna throw on another layer of paint on this little guy while I wait for that to dry. While I wait for this medicine that I'm on Abilify, and it like makes my mouth like go up on one side, and it's driving me crazy. It's like makes me twitch. I don't know if anyone else has been on a medicine that's made them twitch before, but it is very weird. It is very weird. It's like they told me there was a medicine for it, and they were like, we can cure this problem caused by your medicine with another medicine. And I was like, please stop giving me medicine. Jesus. No, I'm not streaming because of my medication. It's making me. Oh, that's funny. That is very funny. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. No, it makes me like smile like the Joker or something. Witcher 2 is fun, but Witcher 3 is I mean, I have a Witcher 3 poster right there. Obviously, I love it. But I would say Witcher 3 and Red Dead 2 are my two favorite games ever. Witcher 3, when I first played through it, was such a freaking delight. I wish I could experience playing through it again for the first time. I really, really wish I could. I want to see how this mud is going to dry. It's already dry. It's like, look how weird that is. It's like dry, but it's wet. But it's dry. But it's wet. It is very big. I'm surprised by that because I feel like if you like the lore, it's very fun to do all the side stuff, but there's a lot of stuff you can skip in it. Like, if you want to just focus on the main story, you could totally skip it, but it's kind of hard to do that because you do need to level up pretty high to get, like, to do the later missions in the game. I'm, like, coating it with that mud. I'm coating it with mud. I want him to look muddy, because this is, like, very cool how it's, like, dry, but it's, like, wet. I don't know how to explain it. It looks wet, but it's not. It's just a technical paint. It's just a technical paint. Maybe I'll put some blood. See, part of me wants to put blood on this guy's sword, but then I'm like, he's a cat and he's innocent. I don't think he'd actually hurt anybody. I don't think he's a bad boy. I think he's a good noodle. Oh, I should have probably not used that brush that I liked for that mud stuff. Oopsie. I think that, if you play The Witcher 2, you might like that better because that one's definitely smaller and easier to, like, digest. And it's a lot less, like, side quests and stuff like that. I was disappointed playing The Witcher 2 because of The Witcher 3 and how big it was. But I just wanted another massive game with, like, infinite side quests. It was different. I had a lot more time on my hands when I was playing The Witcher 3. Now I do not. So I think if you don't have a lot of time on your hands, it's frustrating because you want to do everything you can. Red Dead 2 is amazing. But these were all games that are so much easier to play when you have a lot of time. When you don't have time in your hand, when you get older, it's harder because it's like you got to kind of pick and choose, and you have to pick like between your other hobbies, and that's what sucks about gaming is when games are like 200 hours long, you just can't see everything. You just can't. At least not and be a responsible adult human being. At least not be a responsible. Oh wait. Oh my god, thank you so much, Goblin. Thank you so much for resubbing. Thank you so much. You kind of have no choice. I kind of got you held captive here, but... Let's go, Goblin. Let's go. He's on a 4-month streak of being trapped. I've got Goblin trapped. This is kind of cool effect. It's like chunky. It looks like an Oreo. That looks like a chocolate-covered Oreo. I cannot lie. Me cannot lie. It's a chocolate-covered Oreo. Alright, well, this one dries. It's heavy. These metal ones are heavy. You are forced to pay. It's like, these metal ones are, like, really weighted. And I'm so scared I'm just gonna chip the hell out of it while I move it to work on it. Oh, good heavens. Oh, good heavens. Yeah, I've got you trapped, boy. Alright, I'll work on a different one while that one kind of dries. I'll work on a different one while that one kind of dries up. While that one dries. I literally tell Goblin that if he ever unsubs, I'm gonna beat him up. I threaten his life. I threaten his life, so he does what he has to do. He does what he has to do, man. He does what he has to do. I am very grateful, though. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Alright, I'm just putting... I like this I love grass that's, like, obnoxiously green. I'm like, alone in that, like, entirely. I know most people don't like that. But I kind of do. I kind of do. I'm super violent and angry. People just know me for my violence and my anger. People know me for being an extremely violent and angry person. That's my persona. That's my persona that I'm known for. That is my persona. I'm known for this. I'm known for my anger. My angy streaks. The first time I met Goblin, I punched him in the throat. And that's actually the truth. I did punch him in the throat. I did. I throat punched him. The first time I met the Gobs. Yeah, I need a real Angie character. I need a real Angie character. A real Angie one. They look so ugly when they first start, but then I clean them up. I promise. I promise. They always just look ugly at the start, and then they get cleaned. I feel like I have a very different technique than most people. I feel like most people start clean, and I'm just like too messy. I just start too freaking messy, but I can't help it. I am what I am, is what I say. I am what I am. Oh, this is like still kind of moist. Like this mud is still kind of moist. Moist critical. Moist critical. I will punch you in the throat. I'll punch you in the throat. You're next. You're next. Don't even play, because you will be next. You will be next. I'll take out the real tiny brush now and see if that, I can get some better details. Less foggy. Make them less foggy. These metal ones are just so interesting. It's just like feels very different than painting the other kind. Old Warhammer sets, what were they made from? Like the very old original ones. Were they ever metal? Or were they, oh, where's my camera? What's going on with that? Were they ever metal? Yeah, I just gotta do a meet my follower thing where I just punch everyone's throats. That surely won't end up with me in jail by any means. That surely won't end up with me going to jail. No, no, no. No, no, no. Definitely not. Definitely not. I definitely won't go to jail if I just meet everyone and punch them in the throat. I surely will not. That'll be totally well received. Totally well received. I want to see some of those cool old sets then. I really like the metal. The metal is interesting because it looks like you can't even see what it is until but then you prime it and then the figure like pops out at you. It's very interesting. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Lead. I mean, that's kind of recent though. Like 2018 for a lead model is kind of recent. Or not lead, but a metal model. A metal model. They were not made out of lead. Could they be made out of lead? I feel like that's kind of dangerous. What if kids put it in their mouth? What if kids put it in their mouth? What if kids put it in their mouth and then they got very sick? Or they got very stupid? Which is kind of worse sometimes. Sometimes, depending, it can be worse. They said, oh, hell no, no more lead. No more lead. We're getting complaints. The kids are eating it, and they're not doing so hot. The kids eating this stuff are not doing so good. I'd like to get one of those really old sets. I wonder what they're worth. They're probably worth a shit ton of money. They're probably worth so much money, like they're really old sets. Lead was cool back in the day. Until they realized it was not cool. Lead was cool, and then they realized, hey, guys, this lead stuff is not cool. Not cool. We have to stop with the lead. We've got to stop with the frickin' lead. We've got to stop with the frickin' lead. We have got to stop with the lead, man. Hell yeah. Those sets must be heavy. Yeah, I bet they look like not great. I don't think they probably looked great, but I think they're probably, the vibes are probably awesome. Like the vintage old vibes of the metal. I think they're probably very awesome vibes. Very awesome vibes. I think that the metal just feels and looks cooler on its own. Like it just feels, it has a nice vintage feel to it. Like it just kind of feels better than like this cheapier, like this one is like cheapier, you know? Like yes, that's gonna paint better, but you know. This, and something about the clunkiness and the fact that you can't get a lot of detail. I don't know, there's something about it that's kind of charming. Something about it is kind of charming in a weird way. I can't explain. It's hard to explain, but it's charming. It's a little charming, I think. It's a little charming. Oops, sorry. I'm painting off screen. Oops, sorry. Jesus. 20 pounds is insane. 20 pounds is nuts. Like, well, because even this little tiny figure is heavy. Like, obviously, it's only as heavy as a tiny little figure could be, but it's heavy. It's not light. It's not light. Even, like, this little thing, this is, like, you would think this is super light, like, it feels like nothing. It does not feel like nothing. It's kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy. Can you use super glue on these models? Because I have models now that are metal that I need to glue parts on, and I only have super glue. And I'm like, do I need a different type of metal? Or not a different type of metal. Do I need a different type of glue? I do not know. I do not know if I'm going to need a different type of glue. I hope not. Really hope not. I don't want to get another type of glue. I'm like maxed out on everything I want to get for this hobby. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I'm good, unless but I don't know if metal would hold on super glue. Like, and that just seems weird to me. That just seems weird. Well, I have super glue, so I just hope that that stays. Obviously, I can't use plastic glue, but I hope that the super glue works. Because if not, I have no idea how the hell to glue it together. Because they, like, some of the metal models come in pieces as well. This one didn't, but some of them do. I have epoxy too, but I'm surprised that these ones come in pieces, because I thought that these molds were like one-piece molds when they made them. I didn't realize they were molds that were like that. I want to do little highlights in his little hair. Ah, that's too thick. That's too much paint on the brush. Too thick. Too thick. Too thick. Too thick. Ooh, maybe I'll do like a dark in that crevice, like that little crevasse of his hair. Maybe I'll do that. He's a little power dwarf. He's a very powerful man. He's a little powerful man. Just a little powerful dude. I love him. I love him. He needs a name. He needs a name. I was gonna go with like Sven, but I don't really know. I'm gonna go with Carrot. He's just Carrot, man. This is Carrot. That's Carrot. He's just a little guy. Just a little dude. And I'm sure he's very powerful. He's powerful, but he's also not a bad guy. He's only bad to people who deserve his fury. He's only bad to bad people. He's ready for beach season, baby. I think their natural enemy is like anyone who's taller than them. Their natural enemy, they're prey for everybody, kind of. They're just prey for everybody, man. It's crazy how when you switch to a smaller brush, you can actually add more detail and make it look nicer. You can actually make it look nicer. Well, dwarves and elves always hate each other, I thought. Like, that's also a thing in The Witcher. That's also a thing in The Witcher. So I guess that makes sense. But I thought everyone hated dwarfs. Yeah, I thought it was everyone. I thought dwarves just were generally not popular. Just generally kind of unpopular vibes. Which is a shame, because they're so cute. They just hate them because they eat them. That's the wrong color. It's so frustrating when you can see, you can literally see what you need to paint where, and you just don't have, like, the dexterity to do it. Because it's so tiny. It's so little. But I'm proud of this guy. I think he's coming out pretty good, honestly. I think for the size of it, I think he's coming out nice. I'm pretty proud. I have to touch up little bits, but pretty happy with it. I'm getting it. I'm getting there. I'm learning fast. I'm learning, boys. We're learning, boys. We're learning up in this bee. Up in this bee. Thank you. I feel like every time I do it, I want to just learn something new. I'm definitely learning about hair highlights and like I learned how to paint on metal, which is nice. And then I just can't really touch the model like I do with the other stuff. Like the other stuff, I touch the model a lot, and I've learned that I can't not do that with these. I cannot. That's a no-no. No touching the model. I was trying to put a highlight there, but there would be no highlight there, so it looked very stupid. I really like hair and I like cloth. Those are my things. I struggle with armor. Armor is not my thing. Armor is definitely not my thing. Armor is where I'm struggling. Because I'm just not like an armor person. I like clothes and I like hair. Blonde hair, I know from drawing how much it sucks. Blonde hair is hard. Blonde hair is hard from drawing. Like, I know that just from doing a lot of drawings, that it's always a pain in the tuchus. It's always a pain in the frickin' tuchus to do a blonde. It's always a pain in the tuchus. Now I want to fix up the hair highlights on the back and make it more, make it a little better on the back. Because I fixed it up in the front, now it's time to do the back. Now we got to do the back. Oh no! Your poor kitty! I like, yeah, when I draw, you basically have to do 3 colors. You have to basically do a highlight and a low light. Low light, like if you're getting your hair done in a salon, you call it a low light, but I guess, you wouldn't call it a low light in other circumstances. But you have to do a darker color and a lighter color. Darker and lighter. Yeah. See, I would love to paint the hair on them. I feel like everyone's got things they love to paint and things they hate to paint. For me, I hate to paint armor, but I love to paint hair and I love to paint clothes. And other people like you, if you love to paint the armor and you hate to paint the other stuff. So I feel like it's or you hate to paint the hair. So I feel like it's interesting how people always have preferences of what they like and what they can't stand. Not that I can't stand it, but it's just harder for me. But that's kind of the stuff we need to do more. You know what I mean? I feel like you have to. I have to practice my my armor, and like you gotta practice your hair. I feel like the stuff that you avoid, like I know for me, is always the stuff I gotta practice the most. It's always the stuff I gotta practice the most. It always is. Alright. Trying to give him highlights that aren't too bright, but those are kind of bright. Oopsie. 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 I feel like there's more I want to do on him, but slowly but surely wins the race. Slowly but surely. Also, the metal, I have to be super careful just to not go too crazy and chip it. Oh, he needs ears. I like totally forgot that he had ears. Oh, good heavens. Oh, good heavens. This man's got ears. This man's got freaking ears, man. This man's got ears. Oh, good heavens. Oh, good heavens. This man's got ears. I don't know where they are. I know that they're there. I know he's got ears somewhere. Where are they? Where are they? It's like I can tell that there's ears there, but I don't know where they are. Yeah, I'd love to see pictures. I like the pictures you sent. I thought it was a very good job. I thought you did a very good job. Oh, there's the ear. There's the ear. I can see it now. I can see you, little ear. I can see you, little ear. Alright. Alright. Ear accomplished. Ear accomplished. And maybe some darker orange in the, Oh, that's a nice color. I didn't even know I had this color on my palette. What is this? What is that? Ah! Oopsie! Trying to get like some darker shades into the beard too, because I feel like it'd be nice to have a couple shades, but oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. That looks okay. That looks alright. Some darker shades. Some darker shades. I couldn't tell if that was skin or hair, so I might have just made him kind of orangey. Oopsie. Oopsie. I just want to work on the hair forever. The hair is like the funnest part for me. The hair is like the funnest part. Bye! See ya, I'm just getting someone to this. But I'm gonna go in a few minutes anyways. I'm sorry. Once I start getting into it, I like stop talking like a freak. I'm just like silent stream. I just go silent, which is really funny because I move my hand off screen and then it's just a stream of nothing and I feel very bad. So I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I'm very sorry about that. These things are so freaking fun. I'm so curious what that meant earlier, saying I was like QVC. Meanwhile, I'm like not trying to sell anything. I'm just very curious what that meant. I'm gonna have to go in the Discord and check. Definitely not trying to sell anything. I promise. Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not, what are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? Say what you mean. Obviously you mean something. Obviously you mean something. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's just like, as if I'm doing something bad. I don't feel like I'm doing anything bad, but I don't know. I try my best to be a good noodle. I think it's, I don't know. I can't guess. I've gotten too old now. I can't guess what people mean anymore. I've learned that people are usually crazy. You're definitely welcome to join the Discord. You're definitely welcome to join the Discord. I'd love to have you. I should have commands on, but I don't think I do. So I'll try it, but I would love to have you, Tachos. I would love to have you. He's probably sent me a crazy Twitter message. Like, oh no, the commands didn't work. He sent me one weird message on Twitter before, and I just ignored it because I didn't think it was like mean intent. But I don't know. I do know. All right, let me get more of this like rusty color. Maybe I'll do more of that like rust, like fake rust, because I don't have actual rust stuff, so I'm putting like fake rust on it. A little bit of fake. I feel like that looks kind of clean. Not like clean, because it looks messy, but I like the colors. I like the colors. I'm pretty happy with the colors. Stay. Alright. I'm very curious though. When I go on Twitter, I'm sure I'll have a nasty message telling me something mean about myself. Probably. But, or maybe not. Maybe he just left. I shouldn't assume the worst. That's not a smart way to be. That is not smart. Alright. Ooh. Let me fix this. I want to fix that. Alright. I'm pretty happy with this dude. Stay positive. Hell yeah. Stay positive. Exactly. It could be a misunderstanding, or it could just be he's having a bad day. Who knows? But I think this guy's coming out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with him. I think he's, for my first like metal figure, I think he's coming out pretty nice. He's got that cartoony look, which I enjoy. Which I rather enjoy. But I also think that he might just think I'm trying to like do something bad, which I'm really not. But sometimes Sometimes we just project on people we don't really know, so it's okay. It's all right. Oh my god. All right. I think I'm close to being done with him. I have no idea if I'm gonna varnish him because he's metal. He may just pop off. I will definitely go look. I really want to see the typhus corrosion before I buy it. I'd like to see some examples of it being used. So I will definitely check that because I want to see. I want to see that. All right. I think. Let me see. The backside is pretty plain, but oh well, I can do some more hair shading. I think I'll do a little more shading in the hair, and then I will and then I'll probably go because it's already 9 o'clock. The night freaking flies, man. The night freaking flies. Does anyone have any exciting plans on this humble Tuesday? I do not. Oh, I'm gonna watch more Game of Thrones, which is very exciting for me. Very exciting for me, man. Very exciting for me. That's my big plans for the eve. My big plans for the eve. I want to see how the typhus corrosion, like how it builds up on the layer. Sorry, my nose just got like so stuffy all of a sudden, so I sound like a crazy person. I want to see how it like builds up. I think I'll put some white. I'll put some white on where we catch the light there. Like there we catch the light. I want it to look super cartoony, so I'm fine with the chunkiness. I just feel like I want to be smart where I put things too. I don't want to just put things places just to put them places. I want to do it where the light would actually catch. Don't just stick it anywhere. Ooh, maybe like right there. Maybe like the light would be coming from this side of him. Yeah. Yeah. I think like that. I think like that, and then I don't know. I think I'm happy with that, and then yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with this. I'm happy with this for my first metal figure. He's got the cartoony look. I'm happy with him. I think came out okay. He's not as good as I did yesterday, I don't think, but I did my best. So I'm happy with him. I'm very excited to see what you put in the Discord. I hope everyone has a fantastic Tuesday. Um, yeah, no, I agree. A finishing touch. I think I get what you're saying. I'm just curious how it looks. I'm just very curious what it's like and how it like sits on the surface. But anyways, I get so easily distracted. But anyways, I will see you all tomorrow at 6. Bye 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 bye. Thanks.